Hold on to your butts, storm chasers. Here's the man of the hour, the painter extraordinaire, Thunderhead.
Well, happy birthday to Verg. Happy birthday to Verg. Happy birthday to Verg. And some more birthday stuff here. Doot doot. What's up, guys? How we doing? It's Forgotarung's birthday today. It's pretty fucking special. It only comes around, like, what, once every couple of years? Let me fire up some music here. WJ, I saw what you were saying in chat, man, and I'd like to address that for a second, if I may. There we go. There we go. Now we got some music kicking. Birthdays all around. Dark Fox, Steiner Miniatures, Sentient Pickle, WJ, Vergotarung, Wolfen Spawn, Oh Coral, Morgul, holy sweet flying fuck, there's Pez Motion too. Got the whole gang. The whole gang hanging out today. It's good to see everybody. WJ, I know the feeling. I really do. You, painting miniatures is a funny sort of thing, and it's a common phenomenon, I think, amongst miniature painters, that we get this, well, I should paint. And... oh, my order was delivered. Sweet. Thanks, eBay, for binging and bonging at me. I think that's the wrong way to think about it, man. I don't mean to say you're wrong. You can think about painting, you know, literally any way that you want to. But let me tell you, I know the feeling of convincing myself that I need to get something done by a certain time, or being like, well, I've got free time and I'm not painting, and then coming around to feeling sort of ashamed of that fact. And it's ironic, I've found, that doesn't help you paint anything. Feeling guilty about models that are unfinished because of free time, in my experience, compounds the issue. Over time, I'll start to become more resentful about not getting the models done. It'll start to feel more like work, more like a job, and then I'm not enjoying it anymore. And then even when I do finally, I'm like, I've got time, let me sit down and start painting it, I've put all this expectation on myself to the point where I don't enjoy it anymore. And then I'm not doing a good job, and then I'm getting more frustrated, and it creates this vicious cycle. And, I mean, I wish I had some advice as far as, like, you know, click your heels together and snort some elephant bone powder and you'll be good. But just stop doing it, man. It's not gonna get you anywhere. You don't have to paint shit. You don't have to paint a goddamn thing. Ever. Ever. What's up, Patriot? Good to see you, man. Commissar Iguana? Holy hell. Evil Honk needs a hug. What's up? The Evil Hug. What's going on, Evil Honk? Don't mind me, I'm just chugging a mug of coffee because I fucking need it. I got my pile of Twizzlers. I got Crossbones from Marvel Crisis Protocol. Because words are hard. Marvel Crisis Protocol. I don't think Jack's in the chat today, which is disappointing because I'm actually painting this for Jack. And he's a poo-poo pants for not being here, you know? It's not paranoia. Yeah, just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean people aren't following me. He looks like Bane. He's a little bit like Bane. Like, you know, you got Bane in the DC universe, and you got Crossbones in the Marvel universe, and it's like, well, you know, hey, it's all cross-pollinated. What are you gonna do? I'm hungry. Finally figured out what to buy for my birthday, but also not. So I know I want to buy some minis, and then the paint's needed, and primer for the color schemes, but I don't know what minis to buy. My God. The problems. The shit that we put up with. Am I right? I'll tell you, Evil Honk, I've been doing a little bit of retail therapy myself lately. Even as someone who 3D prints as much as I do, I've been like, just blowing a bit of cash on some models that I don't have to put that much effort into for some simpler games, just to kind of take my mind off the backlog a bit. That's what I got Star Wars Legion for. Well, that, and it was nearly free. I got all those built, by the way. I got the fucking battle droids put together. That first one was real rough, but once you've been through a couple of them, you get sort of a workflow down, and they come together pretty easily. It's still doing that shit where it puts salt shakers over some things that people say. It is the weirdest fucking phenomenon. I don't understand. It's like someone hacked me. They know how salty I am, and they're sprinkling salt every chance they get. Hope Disney and Warner Brothers get deep enough on the hole that someone buys both Marvel and DC. Goddamn, I would love that, WJ. Warner Brothers is so fucking bad. So fucking bad at licensing their own stuff. Them and, like, Games Workshop. Obviously, I'm an expert because I command a multi-million-dollar media empire. I don't know what to do, so I cry. A gingerbread man sits in a gingerbread house. Is the house made of flesh, or is he made of house? He weeps, for he does not know. I think you should know that Battle Droids is now called Battletech. Yeah, that's definitely what I was talking about. I was absolutely referring to the 1982 board game. Was it 1982, 1983? It was somewhere in there. It might have been a little bit later. It might have been 84. I was looking recently at the Dugram battle games that were released in the early 80s, and it was brought to my attention that Battle Droids was almost identical to the Dugram battle box game sets that were coming out at the time. Like, the miniatures were the same, the maps were the same, the fucking rules were the same, all they did was change a couple of names around. But the 80s were a wild time, man. The 80s were wild. You could get away with anything you wanted back then. You're gonna watch some, yeah, I saw that. Astartes Episode 5 came out. I need to check that out. So, on the printer today, you are going to watch some fucked up supports. Because I'm printing some rocks to break up line of sight for Star Wars Legion, and I picked up this Terrainify pack from Imperial Terrain, I don't remember how long ago, months ago, and I never printed any of it. This rock is supposed to print without supports, but I told it to print with supports, and I made my settings funny, and I didn't realize it until afterwards. So it's printing some of the most fucked up supports that are absolutely going to disconnect from the plate. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fucking crazy. Crazy is what it's going to be, you guys. Pardon me for a second, I need to transfer some Citadel Lamian Medium into a dropper bottle for myself, because I neglected to do that earlier. Yeah, Astartes Episode 5, I'm excited about that. It just released, right? That's some really high-quality work. That's the kind of work that makes me go, how are the people who own this shit not making this? How are fans doing a better job with the property than the people who own it? It's madness. As Johnny Cash said in his rendition of Hurt, "My empire of dirt." Find it ironic, but Joey Diaz's podcasts of The Church of What's Happening Now.
Go ahead and glorb that paint on anywhere. It's not like we're trying to get inside the lines or anything.
Seems he and Ryan Reynolds are the only two celebrities keeping their head while the rest of the entertainment industry is being more idiotic than usual. That is, that's quite a feat for the entertainment industry to be more idiotic than usual. Speaking of idiotic things in the entertainment industry, let me ask you guys a question. It's a bit of a non sequitur. Have you seen Skyline? I want to say it came out in like 2009? Maybe 2007? Something like that. But did you ever see that one? It had Turk from Scrubs in it. They found a way. Well, Hollywood finds a way. Nope, my buttons ain't working. There we go. Read my paragraph, please. Oh, I see what you got, Evil Honk. 2 boxes Battle Sisters, 9 Giselles for the Skaven, some Clan Rats, and the Skaven army goes 50. I feel like maybe not a lot of Skaven and just getting 750 points of Sisters. So if you're looking for an actual decision, Evil Honk, and not my usual wishy-washy bullshit that usually ends in, do what feels right. Do what you feel. If you're looking for an actual decision, I'd get the Sisters, honestly. But, I mean, that's me, you know? And I like rats. I think rats are fucking cool. But the Sisters are going to require less conversion, and it's going to be more of a just relaxing, calm, build prime paint, you know? And I feel like people need that right now. So, you know, if I'm making decisions for you, I made that decision. Enjoy it. But seriously, did you guys see Skyline? I'm asking for a convoluted reason that I will get to as I start working today. Guys, I fucked this model up. We're going to do something interesting today in that I started to paint Crossbones here a little while ago. I was experimenting using some of the techniques I've been using on battle mechs, and it just... I don't like it, so I'm going to have to do some recovery and repair work on him today to start getting him moving in a direction that I like. So you're going to watch me try to recover some of my own fuck-ups. It'll be a great time. I can't tell it's messed up. Well, good. I mean, I did this on purpose. This is a sign of my expertise. WJ, if you could see it in person, it'd be much more obvious how fucked up it is. It's goddamn crazy. Not now, Apple. Fuck off. Dismiss. Got through 10 minutes before you got bored. I completely understand that reaction, Roland. It's a boring fucking movie. Skyline is a cheap-ass movie that was made by the same guys who were doing... Now, okay, I'm about to drop some Hollywood rumors on you. I can't necessarily confirm them, but they've just been going around for so long, and there have been a couple of people on the production who've said, yeah, that's true, so it's probably true, but you know how rumors are. Essentially, Skyline was made by the special effects studio, who at the time was working on... What's it called? Battle LA, which I really liked that movie. It wasn't like, an amazing renaissance of the human spirit, but Battle LA was very, very entertaining. And, pardon me, I'm just doing a little dry brushing on Contos's base here before we get started. They basically took all the money that they were getting for working on Battle LA and just used the same production time and budget to make their own movie on the side and then release it like a little bit beforehand that happened to be kind of a big fucking ripoff of Battle LA.
Head's trying to brush you off,
but I am.
Base coat, man.
But, so they made this basically in their apartment for almost no money, and you can tell because it's all pretty much set in an apartment, and there are some special effects happening outside, but for the most part, nothing really goes on. Now, what I'm getting at here, the reason I'm mentioning this, and this isn't even the reason, there's still like 3 or 4 more layers of bullshit to go, is that there was a sequel to it that came out in 2017, 2018, like 10 years later. I don't even remember what it was called. It's Skyline something, Skyline Annihilation, Skyline Electric Boogaloo, fucking what have you. And it, by comparison to Skyline, was like, actually pretty fucking good. Now, when I say good, I don't mean you're gonna watch this and be like, wow, that performance was amazing. You're gonna watch it and be like, did that alien just rip that fucking dude's brain out and shove it into some kind of mechanical butthole? Because yeah, that's what happens. Like, a bunch of times. The first time an alien gets a hold of somebody and it's just like, I'm gonna rip your brain out of your skull, I was totally sold on this movie. But it was much more of an action film like it really should have been from the beginning. Now the reason that I'm talking about this, as I finally arrive at it, is that it starred Frank Grillo, who played Crossbones in the Marvel movies. Did you like that connection? Do you like how long it took me to get there? But there's a connection. You guys like Frank Grillo? I like Frank Grillo. He's a good action star guy, you know? Action star guy. That's a designation, isn't it? I remember the trailer but never saw the film. Battle Los Angeles was better. Well, yeah, but Battle Los Angeles was a real fucking movie. I'm sad that Battle LA did not get any sequels. I thought it was really pretty cool. I liked the weird, like, almost diesel punk aliens with their nasty engines that spat black smoke and their weird fucking machine guns and their cyber slave soldiers. I thought the whole thing was just compelling as shit. But I am a fucking sucker for cheesy action movies. I really am. Like, if the action is good, I will forgive any amount of total nonsense to facilitate said action. But then I feel like a lot of the American public is right there with me. Not enough, though, because it didn't get a sequel. Aren't the LeMayos in that movie kind of stupid? WJ, I mean, I don't even think you see any of the aliens in... I mean, if you're talking about Skyline, like, it turns out that all the aliens are actually human brains stuffed into weird alien war mechs. It's a weird fucking movie. And yeah, I mean, they are stupid, yeah. It's not a great movie, you know? Nope, didn't like it. No. Can't buy Aaron Eckhart as a U.S. Marine. See, that's funny, because there's actually a lot of little bits in that movie that I find myself thinking, the people who made this movie know the Marines. I remember when he goes into his commander's office and there's just a wall of bookshelves with nothing but SOP manuals lined up. I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's a genuine Marine Corps office right there. Kind of disappointed he was Crossbones. Could have done a lot of characters justice. I wish, yeah. See, I'm not disappointed he was Crossbones. I'm disappointed that they killed off Crossbones. Crossbones should have stuck around much, much longer. Oh my god, this music is like really loud for some reason. Let's turn that down slightly. Good lord. Oh, Battle Los Angeles. Really didn't like it. Well, I mean, it wasn't a great movie. You know, like the other one, it's not an amazing film where you're going to come out going, wow, that performance was incredible. It is a very watchable action film with a lot of cool ideas sprinkled throughout and some really powerful visuals, particularly towards the beginning of the movie. WJ, your view is controversial. We don't do controversial views around here. We don't do hot takes. We praise things mindlessly and, you know, hail Disney, etc., etc. Just the actor. Yeah, I could see that. Now, Roland, you gotta give credit where credit's due. At the end of that movie, when he's moving towards the aliens with his rifle up, he does the smoothest transition to his handgun. Dropping, drawing, and just continuing to fire like he practiced that shit. Only film... Oh wait, we were talking about the Dark Universe. Can't we discuss Dark Universe and how modern Universal can't seem to do a proper comeback? Oh yeah, well those movies are fucking terrible. Like, really bad. I saw, what is it, The Mummy with Tom Cruise? It's awful. I was amused by parts of it, but huge portions of it made no sense at all. Only film I liked was Kong Skull Island. I'm a bigger Godzilla fan than Kong. WJ, the only reason I like Kong Skull Island is because they promised me they're gonna make a giantified Kong fight a miniaturized Godzilla, which I'm pretty much into. Though I wasn't a fan of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Parts of it I was a fan of, but it still seemed reluctant to really show me what I wanted to see. Whereas Pacific Rim was willing to just be like, fucking robots punching monsters, let's go, let's do this for like 20 minutes. But, I mean, you guys know I like Pacific Rim.
Elbow rocket! Now!
Pacific Rim knew how to have fun with itself, you know? And that's important. The only Mummy movie worth watching is the one with Brendan Fraser. You're fucking A right. We thank you, Mouse House, for giving us mindless pleasures. Couldn't get backing from the mill. Is that true? Pond Burn? I didn't know if that was true or not. That's kind of interesting. That's sad. I liked Battle LA. People give it shit, but I enjoyed it. I'm gonna glue Contos down to his base so that I've got it done, and I can take some pictures of Rampart Company tonight, you guys, because this is starting to get silly. I had to green stuff in a hole in his foot. I'm gonna have to put some primer down to cover that up after I get him down. Rachel Wise. Yeah, can't argue with that. Not that I would even want to if I could. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser is a fucking great adventure movie. I view that as like the true successor to Indiana Jones, and I'm still sad though. I mean, we got a couple more, but then it went off in a weird direction with all those The Rock sequels, you know? The Rock sequels and prequels to the sequels, but I mean, you know, we got The Rock as an actor out of that, so fuck yeah. Do I buy units I think are cool and play lists I think are cool, or do I buy stuff that's good? The Evil Honk, I think you know the answer to that question. And the answer is have fun and play fluffy. Honestly, don't get into the meta. Don't do it. Will you win more games? Yes. You're going to be playing games against people that you might not like hanging out with. Now, okay, I don't want to say that playing the meta and playing to win is bad in a war game, because for some people that's fun. I know that Play and Win's not in here right now, but Play and Win and I, when we get going into games that we're playing together, we dig into the meta, we create tight, crunchy fucking lists, and we play hard. But we enjoy playing against each other that way. And we know that we can have fun doing it. I don't play that way with other people, because in my experience, playing that way with other people is a fast way for me to stop enjoying the game that I'm playing. But for that particular player, I get great pleasure from really just crunching his ass into the ground with numbers. So, you know, it depends on who you play with, on what you're trying to get out of it. But in a vacuum, all things being equal, I'd say play fluffy, man. Play fun. That's where you want to be. That's where I want to be. I got war movies I really enjoyed. They Shall Not Grow Old. I haven't watched that yet. It's on HBO. I need to. Scorpion King. Yeah. The soundtrack was legit. I can't deny that. Not even angry at Hollywood being bad at militaristic quasi-realism as usual. I'm mad at them for ruining my suspension of disbelief in a fantastical setting by just defying common sense. You've got very high standards, WJ. I haven't seen They Shall Not Grow Old yet. I need to. I also need to watch, what is it, 1917? Everybody seems to think that one was pretty solid. And I like World War I movies. There aren't many World War I movies, at least not many modern World War I movies, but what exists I generally like. Let's have a squad transport a nuke and not have at least one guy attached to it that knows how to handle it because the pilot didn't... Oh, are you talking about Godzilla? Because that was fucking dumb as shit. Like, everything in that movie. Honestly, the Godzilla movie that came out with Ken Watanabe was so fucking dumb, you guys. I'm sorry, a monster movie, a Godzilla movie that cock teases me by showing Godzilla and a big monster coming at each other and starting to punch, and then, like, cuts away to put it in the background of another scene on the television out of focus. I'm sorry. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you with one of these. Fuck you so fucking much. That was such goddamn nonsense. That made me mad. Okay, I walked out of that movie, and I realized that sounds so fucking self-righteous, but I left. I could not watch the end of Godzilla. I got my ass up out of the seat, and I fucking left the second time they cut away from the monster fighting. What kind of an asshole would do that? Well, you know, the truth of it is they got Gareth Edwards to work on that movie, and here's the thing. Gareth Edwards is a good director, you guys. I don't know if you've seen Monsters. That was one of his earlier semi-low-budge personal projects. I need to put some flow aid in this bottle. But Monsters was a great movie. Here's the thing, though. The style of monster movie that Monsters was is utterly incompatible with anything that Godzilla has ever been. But some Hollywood fuckface was like, yeah, get Gareth Edwards in here. He does big monsters, he'll do Godzilla. And Gareth had no fucking clue what he was doing with Godzilla. None at all. It was unfair to Gareth because he made a bad movie and it wasn't his fault. It frustrates me because I really enjoyed Monsters. Same thing happened with Rogue One. The dude needed more time to develop his style, and Hollywood shoved money up his ass, and it didn't do him any fucking favors. Lol, K. It's okay, Vert. If you disagree with me, I still love you, man. I'm putting some Liquitex Flow Aid into this bottle here, don't mind me. I so rarely drain this bottle. Looks like we found a sore spot. Oh, Coral, you know, you did. You really fucking did. That Godzilla movie pisses me off to this day. I fucking love Godzilla, you guys. If it's a big monster that a big robot or alien a la Ultraman can fight with its fists, I'm really into it. I grew up watching fucking Ultraman cartoons. And that Australian Ultraman show, that was great. What's up, OTR Wolfdog? Good to see you, man. Colonel Matthew Steiner stepped in on the right conversation. Yeah, we're talking shit. You know? That's how we do. Ms. Half Damage, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the fucking bitch session. Ms. Half Damage, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you've been enjoying me ranting inanely about Godzilla movies. Posted a question up above, and I don't know what to do. How do you talk to people? I don't know, how do you talk to people? Colonel Matthew Steiner with the biddies, thank you so much, man. Thanks for the enthusiasm. You might notice today that I took down the donation bar, and I just want to address that briefly. I appreciate your donations, very much so. And I'm going to continue it probably in a little while just to get some more equipment paid for. It just, right now, with the way things are, it feels a little gauche to, like, ask you guys for money actively. I wasn't really super duper comfortable with it. So I wanted to take that down for now until things have calmed down and we can all get more on an even footing. Right now, this stream for me is more about regularity and normalcy. That's what I'm getting out of it. So let's stick with that. Rogue 1 equals Yawn 1. Colonel Matthew Steiner, if you want me to bitch, just a misunderstood love story. Let them fight. Yeah, I'm not... Like, if you want me to rant about Rogue One sometime, I can do that. And they ruined Ghidra's big debut later on via shaky cam. Yeah, they really did. There were so many things they did right in King of the Monsters that the things they did wrong were just extra frustrating. Extra frustrating. Hang on, Evil Honk. Now, guys, I'm gonna miss things. I'm gonna miss things in chat. That's just gonna happen, so don't be too surprised. Oh, but you hit me with biddies and I missed it. I'm sorry about the Evil Honk. Hate playing meta, but don't like being noob stomped. Is it socially acceptable for me to say, no, I don't want to play against you because you play to win really hard? Evil Honk, you can say that you don't want to play against somebody for any reason you want. Any reason at all. You can say, you don't even have to give a reason, dude. You can just be like, you know, I don't feel like playing right now. There are people I refuse to play against. Absolutely. You should play against people that you enjoy playing against. Miss Half Damage, I am going to, here in a minute, get started working on Crossbones for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm going to be doing Marvel Crisis Protocol once a week for a little while here until I get this set done for a friend of mine, Jack, who wants me to do tabletop quality paint jobs on these things. So I'm going to need you guys to help me on this, and if I start doing something fucking crazy and going past tabletop quality, stop me. Be like, no, that's more than tabletop quality. Did the Annihilator print out? The last one pancaked really bad, O'Coral. Like, I resized it, I reoriented it, I tried something new with the antennas, and it came out, and it looked really good on the front, and then I get to the back, and it's just one big fucking pancake. Like, the support's disconnected somewhere. I'm gonna have to do it again. I don't know. I don't know what it is with that mini. Maybe it's cursed. We'll get you an Annihilator printed out, though, man. Oh, I gotta save this paint job. You say it looks good, but this is me making mistakes. I'm not pleased with where I've wound up so far. But I think this can be salvaged with some clever over-painting. Good call, I agree, you don't absolutely need it right now. Plenty of people out there, right? Yeah, that's how I feel, Miss Half Damage. Y'all probably need your money more than I do right now. Like, that's just the truth. Speaking of which, you know what? I'd like to ask you guys a question. Well, before I do that, for anyone who does not know, I'm gonna actually start painting here in a second. I know, I do this every time. I'm like, hey guys, let's talk for like an hour. Do. Fucking whatever. Oh, next stream my voice should sound better. My new mic should be here. That'll be exciting. For those of you who do not know, he has two Annihilators? I only saw the one.
It's more about how you feel about something.
Oh, but my feelings.
I'm gonna have to start charging you
but my
50
feelings
per hour so I can listen to it.
Damn it, Chaotic Harmony. Fucking with me even when you're not here. Oh, what the hell am I saying? Okay, yes, for those of you who might be new to the stream, over on the Discord, we have a channel called Stream Review. I love to see what you guys are working on. If you're sitting right now painting a model and you want to share what you're working on, snap a picture, put it in the Stream Review channel. If you took a really cool picture of the sunset this morning, something you just want to share, put it in the Stream Review channel. If you're cross-stitching something like Cat Ion almost always is, put it in the Stream Review channel. Please, 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 I want to see what you're doing. And then towards the end of the stream, we'll jump over into that, we'll go over the pictures, we'll talk about, we'll use our words. We'll use our English words like we know how to speak the fucking language is what we'll do. It'll be a great time. It'll be fun. I've had fun doing it every single time we've done it. It's exciting for me. Please, please do. Wish I could throw money at you for being an unofficial therapist. Well, if I become an official therapist, then I can just take money from you. Isn't that how it works? I guess they just write invoices, probably. I got a whole stack of Twizzlers, you guys. I'm so fucking excited. Okay, I ordered some more paints, and I wanted to give just a quick little shout out. Excuse me. Because even when shipping is being such a bitch right now, and I know people are having trouble getting stuff from some sellers, lots of people are selling out, Amazon's bumping stuff back, I needed to get some new grays, and I popped onto eBay and I got some from Burbank's House of Hobbies, and they got me... They have an amazing selection of Vallejo paints, and they got these to me in like 2 days for almost no shipping whatsoever. Really good prices, but I was running out of grays, so I picked up some Vallejo Model Air USAF light gray, some medium gray. I got some medium gunship gray. I got blue gray. I got pale blue gray. I got so many grays because I'm about to start painting some clone troopers, and I need some blue grays, you guys. So we'll be busting into these probably. in the next few days. I'm going to get those. I'm really trying to speed paint the clone troopers and the battle droids, because I don't want to get too lost in those. I'm just doing cannon paint schemes, real simple, getting them on the table. Oh, wife grabbed me a 5-pound bag of gummy worms. That's not a problem. That's the sort of problem you want to have, Hathrir. That's the sort of problem you should be fucking honored to have. Let me do a little bit of... Oh, where's my palette? Where's my palette? There it is. I need to put a little bit of black primer on Kantos' base here. Miss Half Damage, by the way, you were asking what I'm painting. I paint a lot of stuff. I tend to paint a whole lot of Battletech. I'm on a teeny little short break from Battletech right now because, as people here can attest, I've painted a shitload of it lately. So much. Oh my god. Sentient Pickle, that's not a question. The answer is Twizzlers. I won't even hear any argument with that. Oh, is there too much wet in my wet palette? It seems like there might be. Matt, what's up, my man? Good to see you. You're never in here. You're never... I don't believe it. I don't even believe that you're here now. This is a fucking lie. You sent like a bot to confuse me into thinking that you're hanging out in the chat, but really you're someplace else playing Nintendo Switch or something like that. God damn, my wet palette is way too wet right now. My too wet palette, if you will. I'm gonna have to swap out the parchment paper on this after today. I've really driven it to its logical conclusion, if you will. I mean, not that I want the chat to just be all about how Thunderhead is wrong about things, but Twizzlers? Oh, you dirty contrarian. You think I don't know how you operate, Matt? You're just fucking with me. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm just throwing down some black primer real quick on the rim of this base. I'm going to come back over it with some thicker black. But a lot of it's bare plastic right now, so I want it to hold some paint. And then I'll just stick my fucking finger right in it. How about that? Look at that. I'm a genius. Good lord. Matt, what you painting, buddy? I know you're painting something. You're always painting something, except when you're not.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead
I will.
and glorb that paint on anywhere.
Catach Harmony...
to get inside the lines or anything.
I swear to God, Catach Harmony's voice is going to start haunting my dreams. I'm going to be, like, in a dream, and I'm going to be painting something, and he's just going to, like, pop out of a closet and be like, oh, I guess you could just glorb that paint on anywhere. I guess technically at that point it would have become a nightmare. Not looking forward to that. I'm not. It's gonna be weird. I miss Sour Patch Twizzlers. I had those one time, and I have to admit, I also missed them. They were kind of fantastic. Get this shit out of my way! Red Vines forever. What's up, O'Staley's? How you doing, man? How them Jade Falcons coming? Did you finish those up? Nothing, and I should be. I was just telling somebody how you shouldn't have the mentality of you should be painting, because it's not really helpful. But you should be painting. You don't get a fucking pass. You get a miniature and you pull out your brush and you paint now, mister. How did you get green stuff on the inside of his foot? Oh, thank you for reminding me, because I need to throw some black on there real quick. So, I got green stuff on... I am not wearing my glove. I got green stuff on the inside of his foot. And I'm just covering up with some black. People will barely notice it. See? It's basically gone now. Because a big portion of his foot actually broke off. Like a huge chunk of plastic broke off of Kantos' foot before I glued him down. So I just stuffed a bunch of green stuff in there, threw some black primer down like I just did, and I'm calling it done. Inex the Kitsune, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hi, welcome to chat. Welcome to chat. Wait, what just happened? Absinthe Asylum with the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to the Storm Chasers chat. Would y'all do me a favor real quick? I know that we did it right at the beginning of the stream, but we've got some more people here now, and I would just like, chat, wish Forgotarung a happy birthday, because it's his birthday today, and he is choosing to be here with us, with me, fucking wasting time in the middle of the fucking end of days. This is the best place you could possibly be, though. You know? Did I pin it wrong? More like I broke it off of the base, like the original base it was glued down to. I broke that off wrong. I didn't put it in the freezer long enough. In the Kitsune, I'm not entirely sure how to go with that. I'm gonna call you Kitsune. How about that? I like that. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. Welcome to the Tempest. To the fucking Tempest. Raw! Where we got chainsaw dicks for miles. Okay, I gotta decide how to start on this now. I've been, like, avoiding it. Okay. I'm gonna put a better flesh tone on his arms. That's where I'm gonna start. That's gonna be the plan. Yeah. What? Was there a subscription just then and I didn't get a notification? Kitsune, thank you so much for the sub. Holy shit, man, that means so much. So much. Means everything. Oh, what flesh am I gonna use? I know. He seems like a big, burly weirdo who would be, like, overly tanned, so we're gonna start with something robust like Vallejo dwarf skin and see how that goes. Happy birthday! Yeah, I'm working on some Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've got a set from a buddy of mine that I told him I would paint, and I've just been, like, putting it the hell off while I work on my stream, so I figured, you know, I'm gonna get more done if I set aside a day a week. And start with Drow Nipple Pink. If I set aside a day a week and actually just work on Marvel Crisis Protocol. We've got a bunch of figures from it. We got the starter set, and I'm not sure who else was in it, but we got, like, you know, Baron Zemo and fucking Black Widow over here. He sent me, this is the one I'm really looking forward to getting to, is MODOK. Look at this miniature, you guys. This thing is fucking nonsense. Like, I mean, MODOK is nonsense, but it's a great mini. Look at him, he's so fucking angry. And he's, like, riding his fart chair. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time with him. Howdy, partner. My name's Chaotic Harmony, and I've already been in your stream 3 times today before I showed up. Yeehaw! What's up, Chaotic? How you doing, man? What? It's an actual color? Yeah, apparently it is. Which is nonsense. But yeah, Drow Nipple Pink. Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever, you guys. Man, my wet palette is a mess today. I don't know what's going wrong with it, but I'm gonna have to trade this out after today. Oh, let's start putting down some color. Let's start committing. Start committing to some bullshit, shall we? I need to. I need to commit. I got a problem with commitment a lot of the time. Charge on the storm. Wolfenspawn with 400 biddies! 400 biddies! God! Wolfenspawn, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Playing some chill games, figured I'd come and see what this crazy dude called Thunderhead is up to. By the way, that is a completely accurate impersonation of what Chaotic Harmony actually sounds like. Like, he puts on a voice when he does the recordings for my channel, but when he's just relaxed, he sounds like fucking Goofy from Disney World. It's ridiculous. I love MODOK so much. I agree. MODOK is utterly fucking silly. But he's cool. I don't think Kat's in here. You around, Kat? Is she here? I think she was busy doing something. That means I'm gonna have to get another mod to start picking up some of the slack, because Kat is here like all the fucking time and she does fantastic work. What are you doing, Kat? I'm here like, oh, I need to replace Kat as a mod, and she's like, here, have some money, you maniac. I don't need to replace you. You're a fantastic person. It's just getting to a point where I feel like I could have another person with some mod powers that would actually be pretty helpful. That was exactly what I was going to ask for. Kat, you read my fucking mind. That's why you're such a good mod. It's all the mind reading. Alright, let's start trying to do this. There's nothing for it but to just start laying down some flesh tones and hope it works out. That's a good way to approach painting, right? Let's just hope this works. I take no responsibility if it doesn't work. Now this flesh tone is pretty thin, which is how I want it, but I have to avoid letting it pool in crevices and such, because it's going to want to do that. A wash will help with that later, but you still don't want paint pooled too much anywhere. At least I don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do, you know? Maybe you want paint to pool. It's possible. There's no wrong way to paint a model, you know? There's just the way that works. Specifically, there's the way that works for you. Why? Crossbones is fucking buff. Look at this dude. His biceps are bigger than his head. Seriously, my wet palette is like a swamp for some reason. I realize that to some degree, like a swamp is a desirable feature, but in this particular case, it's a bit much. I won't abuse my power. Well, that's because you'll never have any power, chaotic harmony. I mean, though, really, if you did feel like taking on mod powers, I would let you. I might regret it at some point, but I would let it happen. Been painting DC minis recently. Which ones you been doing, Kitsune? I have painted my share of DC minis, and I've got some more that I need to do. I did the Birds of Prey a while back before the movie came out, and they made the Birds of Prey kind of lame. McHotDog77. You see, guys, I got that follow immediately after I criticized Birds of Prey. I need to criticize Birds of Prey more often. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. We're mixing things up a little bit today. We're usually painting mechs in here, but I've got this this fucking beefcake to work on. And he is a beefcake. Look at this guy. Now, I gotta remember that he said he wants tabletop quality paint jobs, and I've gotta think about that as I work on this, because otherwise I'm just gonna go nuts. I have a hard time stopping myself. I'm gonna highlight the veins toward the end. What's a big beefy arm without veins, WJ? Of course I am. Doing any mechs? Or is your title lying? Does it say mechs? What does my title say? I fucking changed it. Is my title a lie? It is. What the hell? Alright. Alright. Fucking machine. I'll play your game, you rogue. Let me fix that. Streamlabs OBS has had trouble updating my stream title the last couple times. It did this last time, too. Hang on a second while I type in my lap. You know what's weird is typing with a glove on. I didn't think it would be so strange, but it is. Tappity tappity tap. Boom! Done? Did it change? It didn't look like it changed. Like I literally just told it to fucking change and it's just not. Oh, that's irritating. Oh, now it did. Okay. I guess I have to do that on Twitch for whatever reason, because Streamlabs is just like, nah. Nah. Well, I am a liar, you know. The new Back to Gotham box, Birds of Prey, was a good movie. I disagree? Well, no, okay. I don't disagree that it was a good movie from certain perspectives. I didn't enjoy it, Kitsune, personally. That's just me. But if you hang around the stream long enough, you'll learn that I don't fucking like anything. Like, at all. If it's not Pacific Rim, I pretty much have staunch criticisms for it, which is ironic, because that movie's silly as shit. Change for me? Well, good for you, Chaotic Harmony. Hola, what's up, Vandal Noir? Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, Kitsune, but I'm like, you know how comic book fans are. We have the ways that we like things to be.
You know,
And-
I suppose you could just go ahead and glorb that paint on anywhere.
Of course.
It's not
Of
like
course
you're
that's
trying to get
Okoro.
inside the lines or anything.
Glorbing is how I paint, damn it. I love DC. Kitsune, I'm right there with you, man. I'm a fucking DC guy over a Marvel guy. I'm a Birds of Prey guy, for that matter. You know what? More than anything, they turned me off initially by saying, "Here's a Birds of Prey movie," and then like just making it a Harley Quinn movie. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a Harley Quinn movie, but I wish they would just make a Harley Quinn movie and not take the Birds of Prey and make them about fucking Harley Quinn. Give her Gotham City Sirens. That's where she belongs. I'm a DC guy myself, though. I'm a big The Flash fan. At least for this chunk that, like, Grant Morrison took over. And, I'm a pretty big Batman guy. Let me ask you, Kitsune, what do you think about Robert Pattinson taking over as the Bat? I'm curious about that. Cinematography. I can't talk at all today, you guys. I'm just gonna, you know what? From now on, this stream is silent. I'm not gonna say anything. It's just gonna be you guys watching me paint and me staring blankly at the screen periodically and maybe nodding or shaking my head when you ask questions. That's just gonna be it. Nobody listens or watches this stream to hear me talk anyway. People come to this stream to hear Chaotic Harmony talk. I know how it is. I know what my moneymaker is. And that's Chaotic Harmony. Deathstroke! Yeah, Deathstroke is pretty badass, it's true. Yep. Now, I'll pop into Discord and narrate your stream for you. Well, thank you so much. McHotDog with a raid. McHotDog, did you just raid me? You crazy individual, you. Welcome to any viewers who are just joining us. Welcome to the storm. Doodly bop, bing bang, scoobity scoob. That's what it sounds like in here all the time. I do that constantly. If you're not down for some scat, you know? I'm a fucking scat man. I'm not. I don't. That's the first time I've ever done that. I apologize. Welcome to anybody who might be joining us. And for anybody who might be joining us, I like to mention that we do a little thing on this stream that I have a lot of fun with. What with it being an art stream, a lot of the time, y'all are working on some artistic projects of your own, and I want to know what they are. Are you working on it during the stream? That's extra cool. Are you painting miniatures? Did you just build a fence and you took a picture of it? Like, I don't care what it is. What are you working on today? I want to see it. Pop over into our Discord and put it in the stream review channel, and we'll take a look at it close to the end of the stream. That'll be exciting as shit. I always have a good time doing that. God, these muscles are fucking ridiculous, man. So big. But, you know, superheroes and such, right? Crossbones is a good guy, right? What's up, Hippie Opie? Is it Hippie Opie? Is it Hype Opie? I'm not sure. Yo, how you doing, man? Glad to have you. In the house. Oh, yeah, it just got a little hot doggy in here. Year 2 Batman is good. Now, I would mention the other thing, Sanguinius. And that's 14. That's what the XIV is. Sanguinius 14. What's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. This is one that always goes on about flesh color. That would be the illustriously named Penis Land Warrior, one of our regular viewers, who is an old childhood friend of mine. And, I mean, he might have the sense of humor of, like, a 12-year-old. It's possible. I'm not saying he does, I'm just saying he might. A lot of people have said that he does. I've read that he does. I don't know if Crossbones' neck is supposed to be exposed, I realized as I put flesh down here, but I'm going with it is, that he wears his mask like a balaclava. Because I've already committed to it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can do whatever the hell I want, you know? What do you think about Pattinson? Oh, you want to know? Oh, shit. Somebody wants to know. Guys, cat. Somebody wants to know what I think about Robert Pattinson. Oh, boy. This is going to be exciting. Robert Pattinson is a fantastic actor. See how I held on the F there? I like to think that you thought maybe I was about to start cursing and say that he was terrible, but I really like Robert Pattinson. I really do. I didn't for a long time, but for a long time he wasn't in anything that really drew my notice. Recently, however, he has been in a few movies that are incredibly challenging, a lot of them from A24 Studios. I don't know if you have seen any of these films. Films like The Rover, films like Good Time, films like The Lighthouse. But Robert Pattinson is a very talented and fairly serious actor. Hi, people! Chasing the Storm, joining the Storm Chasers. Thanks so much for the follow, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining us. I hope that you are willing to share in our artistic journey. And by artistic journey, I mean painting fucking comic book characters, because that's super artistic. But no, I really like Robert Pattinson. He is a great actor. Everything he's in is not great. Obviously, the dude was in Twilight. But, it is my firm opinion that he has, at this point, lived that down. Or if he hasn't lived it down to you, I encourage you to give him another chance. I strongly encourage you to check out The Rover. I strongly encourage you to check out Good Time. I think both of them are on Netflix right now, so it should be pretty easy to do. And oh my god, watch The Lighthouse. Oh my god, watch The Lighthouse if you haven't seen it. I'm not saying you're gonna love the movie if you're not into some real artsy-fartsy stuff. We're getting to it. We're about to talk about, for those of you who are not familiar with this channel, at some point, I am going to talk about Willem Dafoe's penis. Let's just get that out of the way. It's going to happen. And it seems strange. You're thinking to yourself, why in God's name would you talk about the genitals of Willem Dafoe? Well, let me answer that question. How am I getting follows right now? What's up, Whimsy? Welcome. Welcome to the storm. To the storm of nude Willem Dafoe. No, but seriously, guys, this is a real thing, okay? He should be one of your favorite actors. He's a fantastic actor. And the Evil Honk, if you have not seen The Lighthouse, yeah, it's the nickname for Willem Dafoe's cock. There we go. The Lighthouse is a film with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, done by Robert Eggers, the same guy who did The Witch. And it is intense. It is an intense black and white square format film that came out from A24 a couple of months ago. It came out last year, and near the end of last year. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. It's one of the more fun to watch films that are as artistic as it is. Lots of times films that have a heavy artistic element are just not that, amusing on top of it. They tend to lean really heavily into the artsiness of it all. But it's actually, fun to watch and eminently memeable on top of being, I don't want to say it's super deep. It's a very interpretive film. It's the sort of film that when you come out of it, you kind of have to put some of yourself into the story to get an answer out of it. I had you at Willem Dafoe's genitals. Well, let me tell you about that, because I was just about to start saying something. I come back to you talking about your man crush on R. Pats. That's R. Bats to you, sir. He is your Batman, and you will respect him. But, hang on, let me pick my next flesh highlight tone. I'm gonna go from dwarf flesh to elf flesh. That makes sense. Willem Dafoe, apparently, on the set of Lars von Trier's Antichrist, right? Because he did that movie. There's a scene where he is fully nude in that film, and I guess, at least this is the rumor, Willem Dafoe is packing some fucking heat, you guys. Like, Willem Dafoe has a swinging, thigh-slapping lap hog, the likes of which made other people on the film... I don't know if it made other people on the film uncomfortable, or it was just super distracting in the scene. So Lars von Trier made him wear a prosthetic, smaller penis for this scene. Because I guess if you left his natural dong in the shot, it would have been, like, weird. That's inspirational as hell. One day I'll be as cool as Willem Dafoe, but I'll never be as fucking hung. I've never personally needed a prosthetic smaller penis. That's not the sort of issue that I've ever had, so, you know, we can aspire, but this might not be quite enough. Howdy and bye, off to get foods. Well, thanks for stopping in anyway, Carla. I always like seeing you. I like knowing that I'm in your thoughts. Massive. Massive. Naturally gifted, and he's not allowed to advertise. So many petty people. Yeah, where they CGI your boobs bigger. Yeah. Anybody, here's the thing. When you watch that Tomb Raider movie, like, anybody who saw Hackers knew that those weren't really her boobs. Like, come on, we've seen them. We saw them when she was, like, perky and 19. So I want you guys to do me a favor, if you will. This has nothing to do with Willem Dafoe or his genitalia. I want to know what's good. I don't necessarily want to know what's up. I'm not asking you guys what's up. I'm not asking you that right now. And I'm not asking you that because right now what's up in a lot of cases is kind of fucking lame and a bit depressing. So if I ask what's up, the truth is it might not be that great. So I want to know what's good. What's good with you? What's good today? What, you know, you might have woken up today and you might be feeling bad. You might have some bad feelings rolling around in the old head that you're trying to get rid of. And I find that one of the best ways to do that is to focus on the good things. So what I'm asking you, and I think I already have, but I'll say it again. What's good? I know what's good with me. I've been trying to focus on that today. I'll tell you, this stream is good. I'll tell you, good company. I've got good company. I'm so thankful for that. I'm fairly safe. I'm fairly secure. I've got my family around me. I've got you guys, my online family, to keep me company and keep me painting. I've got lots of models. I've got lots of paints. I've got my kitty cats. I've got my doggo. I've got all the things I need, but what is good with you? Oh, thanks, Carla. I appreciate that. Oh, she agrees, Pawnburn. Don't you worry about that. What? Spicy McHaggis. The spiciest of... You know, I feel like spicy is the only way to... Oh, shit, Wolfenspawn, thank you so much. You know, I need that to pop up and say that it's a gift. Otherwise, I'm going to start giving other people credit for the amazing things that you do for the community. Thank you so much, Wolfenspawn. Not that I don't want to give you credit, Spicy McHaggis. I do. I just don't know if you're actually here right now or not. A neighbor's dog is Spicy McHaggis. Oh, is this your neighbor's dog that's hanging out? That's interesting. Went to the mailbox. Inside were paints, FP... Oh, Fighting Piranha decals, and an $8,000 check. That's not bad. That sounds pretty good to me. What else we got? What else is good? dude is so fucking burly. It's ridiculous. Oh, I didn't do his other hand. I'll have to come back and do that. Let's get his knuckles here. Big, burly knuckles. I feel like you gotta pick out the knuckles on Crossbones, because, like, his whole thing is punching. Other people are like, I throw shields. Some people are like, I have power armor. Other guys are like, I have magical spells that I can. Crossbones is like, I'm gonna fucking punch you in your face so fucking hard. So, you know, highlight the knuckles. What else has he really got? His life is depressing otherwise. Oh, I should do the underside too. Thawed cake, coffee, fresh paint. I'm liking the sound of that, Papa Bear. Welcome, welcome. Got paid yesterday. That's pretty good. Help me think of something. I have nothing. I'll tell you what you got, Evil Honk, is you got 750 points of Sisters of Battle on the way. That sounds pretty good to me, man. I like the sound of that. My wet palette really is a mess right now. I'll soldier through for the moment, but holy hell. That's what I get for reusing my damn parchment paper way too many times. But, you know, supplies are tight right now. Give me a break. Can I provide a hot take and have you rebut it? I won't guarantee a rebuttal, Roland, but you can provide a hot take, man. I'm always down for a hot take. As long as the hot take isn't like, damn the Jews or something like that. That's not a hot take. Let's not do that. Ever. Under any circumstances. Dropped a hard J right there. Commissions have been rolling in. Local peeps have been hella supportive of our art community. Whimsy, that's fucking fantastic. We need the arts right now. I know a lot of people talk shit about the arts, but we need the arts right now. And this is art. It is. I'm not just saying that because I desperately want your attention and money. No, it really is. Yeah, I'm curious what sort of art you do. Crossbones, one of the Marvel Universe's most skilled small unit tacticians after Cap. Really? Honestly, I don't know much about Crossbones as a character. I'm much better versed in smaller DC characters than I am in smaller Marvel characters. That makes me kind of disappointed, extra disappointed that they killed him off so early in the movies. Because that could have been fun to watch. I mean, you know, he was like a guy with a super cool plan in the one movie that they had him being Crossbones in, but then, again, they just sort of killed him. Like, blew him up. Trying to get the width of his fingers towards the top without glorbing paint down into the crevices, and that was fairly successful. Oh, gotta remember to blink sometimes, you guys. Holy hell. How am I talking to you guys when my app says Twitch unavailable? You're not, WJ. This is all happening in your head. Which makes it extra fucking weird. Padawan Tao, thank you so much for the follow, man. Good to have you. What do I got? What do I got in my buttons today? I gotta update. Okay, tomorrow I'm updating my buttons. I got some more clips that I want to add. But, we'll get there. We'll get there. Effing weird-ass Twitch. He's coming back? Is he really, Roland? Didn't they kill him? Like, I don't know how you do that. Weapons expert on par with Hawkeye or Punisher. You could have just said Punisher. Nobody cares about Hawkeye. There's my hot take rebuttal for you. Fuck Hawkeye. I usually do henna body art for festivals with social distancing, canceling everything. Yeah, I can see that. Almost exclusively painting. Acrylic mandalas, mostly. Whimsy? That's really cool. Would you do me a favor, Whimsy? A personal favor, if you will? Pop over into the Discord. You don't even have to stay. leave the Discord afterwards if you care to, but pop over into the Discord, jump into the stream review, and post some of your work. I'd love to take a look at it. Scarlet Witch will bring... Oh, that is a good point, Roland. I don't know how I forgot that the writers can wave their fucking hands and bring anybody back from the dead that they want to. That's like one of the most obvious things. And yet I'm over here like, no, his death was final. There will be no more Crossbones. I'm glad to hear there will be, because Frank Grillo deserves another chance. I wish that she would bring Red Skull back, too, because I think that fucking Hugo Weaving deserves more screen time than just being a weird-ass Infinity Stone wraith. Not that I didn't love seeing him again, but I would like him to play an actual character and not just a plot device. I mean, I realize I'm saying that about the Red Skull, who is just kind of a walking plot device, but, you know, he's my favorite walking plot device. That's not even true. I have people that I like better than him, but I like Red Skull and I like Hugo Weaving, so, you know, suck it. That's what I'm saying. It's really what I'm getting at. Neck, fingers, no more exposed skin. Excellent. Setting up as an antagonist for Bucky and Falcon. That makes sense. Padawan Tal, there is an STL command, but I am printing a rock formation from the Imperial Terrain, Terrainify rock pack, specifically for use with Star Wars Legion. Disney have put The Simpsons into the Marvel Comics. Disney's going to put everything in everything. By the time this is over, we're going to have crossovers with literally fucking everything. It's going to be insufferable. That wasn't Weaving. Red Skull? Hugo Weaving? As the Red Skull. Is this like a Mandela effect, Berenstain thing? Because that was fucking Hugo Weaving, playing the Red Skull. Like, you're making me doubt the fabric of my reality right now. What the... Okay, whoa. You're saying somebody else played Red Skull in the Infinity War movies. Not that somebody else played Red Skull in Captain America. Is that true? What? Who was doing that Hugo Weaving impression then? Because it was good. Oh my god, oh, you just shattered my world. I don't even know what to do with myself now. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Who was that? That's really... Wow. Okay, well... I guess it makes sense. It would have been... He would have come back for like a tiny fucking scene. It probably wouldn't have been worth his time compared to the sort of stuff that he gets offered. Hugo Weaving is, you know, a fairly serious actor. And he does a lot of work in Australia, what with being Australian and all. Interesting. Well, Homeboy did a fantastic... Fucking everybody knew this except for me. Oh my god, I feel like an asshole. I mean, I am an asshole, but I feel like one now, which is worse than just being one. Well, thank you for disillusioning me. Thank you for ruining my enjoyment of Infinity War. Thank you for making me cry myself to sleep tonight, as I realized that I didn't actually get more Hugo Weaving when I thought I did, and I have betrayed Hugo by claiming that he was in a movie he was not in. Hugo, if you're watching, which I know you are, you guys might not know this, we have a lot of celebrity viewers. Hugo Weaving hangs out fucking constantly, or so I've been told. So, Hugo, I'm sorry. I really, like, wow, okay. My whole understanding of life, the universe, and everything is fragmented. These fucking forearms, they're like tree trunks. So he's like Marvel Universe's one of the most foremost small-scale tacticians. And also the Marvel Universe's chief consumer of protein powder. in Crossbones. I was today years old as well. Sent you a whisper with the Simpsons. I'll take a look at that, Kitsune. That's interesting to me. Gotta go hang out on hold with Sprint for a few hours. That's pretty exciting, Pesmotion. Don't, you know, have a heart attack from the sheer amount of enjoyment that you're going to be experiencing waiting on hold. It's a lot of vigorous workout. What's up, Evil Honk? I'm sorry. You know, Evil Honk, I'm gonna miss the stuff that you say a lot when I'm on stream. That's just gonna happen. It's not because I don't, you know, care about you. I do. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I keep trying to actually paint things, which I'll just forget to do for a while sometimes. You know what colors to mix to paint striped camo? I only have the 6 basic colors. Ejuguimara. That's... Wait, 6 basic... You mean like 6 basic colors, like primary colors, like on the color wheel? Kitsune, if you have a picture, I would encourage you to post it on the Discord in Stream Review, where we can all get a look at it here in a little bit. Anything that gets posted in Stream Review will wind up on the stream. Please don't abuse that. Please, I'm asking everybody very kindly as I say this out loud. Like, as soon as I said that, I'm like, wow, that could be abused. Please don't. I won't be happy. And it's a feature that I really like on the stream, and I'd like to keep it, so... no wieners. You know? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Coral's back now. I guess we can actually start the stream. Black, white, green, yellow. Yeah, okay, you've got the primary colors. Well, honestly, the best advice that I can give you, Edu, and it just sounds so self-serving, but the best advice I can give you, pop into the Discord. We have a channel specifically for painting questions and advice, and honestly, I don't paint much camo. I don't. Like, I avoid it at almost all costs, not because I can't so much as because I don't like it a lot of the time. And so I don't have a lot of practice with it, but we have a number of people, a number of painters who paint quite a lot of camo, and I think they could probably give you some pointers. I also applaud your willingness to mix your own colors. That's a bold move, my friend. It will make you a better painter in the long run, too. So today I learned that Hugo Weaving was not in Infinity War, which crushed me, and then I learned that Frank Grillo may be returning to Marvel, which brought me back up. So, you know, we're at a net gain, guys. Actually, that wouldn't be a net gain. That would just be not a loss. Yeah, highlighting these veins is going to be fun. I'm going to do the broad colors on these arms. I'm going to wash them, and then once the wash goes down, I'll probably come back in and do the veins. The big, throbbing veins. Oh. Joined and posted. Thank you so much, Kitsune. We will be checking that out. Stream review. Yes, that is the channel to look for. That coffee is cold. I am not going to drink that. Yeah, please, it is honestly a shockingly active Discord. I wouldn't suggest posting in that channel if people weren't going to give you answers, but it's remarkably active. We have a lot of really good painters who hang out. Hype for the new Suicide Squad movie. So am I, Kitsune. It's James Gunn that's doing it, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty much just going to be at a certain level of quality as a result. Alright, I was using Elf, so I want to go to something a little bit lighter. That's too close. I'm going to use Maiden Flesh because I am going to wash this afterwards, and I think that will kind of even out. Oh, Whimsy's posting some stuff, huh? I'm going to be excited to check that out. Yeah, I agree, Pawnburn. The flesh was the part that I was really loathing the most. Loathing might be strong. I probably wasn't really loathing the flesh, but I didn't think it looked good. It's already finished being filmed. That's exciting as shit, Kitsune. Suicide Squad, the first movie, pissed me off. It made me fucking mad. It was another one of those where I'm like, I can see a good movie hidden in this film, but I feel like most of it was left on the cutting room floor. And I know people have a problem with Jared Leto's Joker, but at what point was he given a chance to be the Joker, honestly? They gave him like a couple of throwaway fucking scenes. They removed a scene towards the end where he was supposed to be the ultimate bad guy. Like, it was ridiculous. It really sold him short. He might have sucked. His whole Joker concept might have been awful, but we'll never really know because they never really let him do it. Hope I put it in the right place. That's what she said. Hey, I got jokes. Work button. I might be a little aggressive. I'm gonna tone it down slightly.
There's something about Kenobi and Catgirls that give me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Or maybe it's just my allergies.
I gotta get some new clips from Chaotic. He's such a ridiculous guy. That he's been such a good sport to record these for me still just tickles me. He removed a scene in the Birds of Prey movie. That's too bad. The Batman scene in Suicide Squad made me angry. And I realize it's silly to get, like, angry over something as goofy as that, but... Oh, man. I'm not ridiculous. My name's Chaotic Harmony, and I'm a super serious guy. Doobity-doo. I'm just saying, all I'm gonna say about the Batman scene in the Suicide Squad is they gave me a scene in a movie where Batman, Bruce Wayne, was in an alleyway with a gunman and a child. Okay? Set the stage. The child stood in front of Batman, Bruce Wayne, in order to prevent the gunman from shooting at him. I realized that the child was the child of the gunman. This was Deadshot. But you're gonna tell me that Bruce fucking Wayne stood behind a child in an alleyway with a gunman. Just stood there with his thumb up his ass. I couldn't think of a way to miss the point of the character of Bruce Wayne harder, like if you asked me to write one. If you were like, write me a scene that has Batman in it where he just utterly misrepresents literally everything important about himself. And that would probably be it. Let's have him ignore someone pointing a gun at a child in an alleyway. Something that would probably set off his PTSD so bad that he wouldn't be able to forget it for months. Yeah. Sure, why the fuck not? Oh, that movie pissed me off. Oh, I'm not as precise as I'd like to be right now. Would punch the shit out of Leto if I was on the set with him. Yeah, Leto is a fucking weirdo. I'm not gonna.
Conversation gets more about how you feel about
how
something.
I feel about Jared
Leto.
Leto.
Charging you 50 C-bills per hour so I can listen to it.
I still have fond memories of Jared Leto from a couple of older movies that he did, including American Psycho. He's a good actor, and he may be a prick, but I mean Christian Bale's a prick too. I think that just sort of happens at a certain level. You know? Like, just because someone's a great artist doesn't mean they have to be a nice guy. I think, like, Tom Cruise is a good example of someone who is objectively a phenomenal actor. Really good. He's a fucking lunatic. He's completely out of his fucking... Like, I'm gonna get probably sued by him, by Scientologists, for saying this even on my tiny-ass stream. Fucking David Miscavige is gonna be knocking on my door with, like, an iron collar ready to take me off to Sea Org. But, you know, they don't have to be good or likable or even marginally intelligent to be good at their jobs. And I believe that Leto is probably pretty insufferable. But when he gets a director who knows how to use him, he delivers some pretty killer performances. God, those beefy arms are just so much. Welcome to Zack Snyder and David Goyer. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to say something. And I know that Zack Snyder has a really big fan following out there. Every time I see, or another muted bit, there we go. Every time that I see, like because I'm in the DC Cinematic Universe subreddit, and the number of people who are delusionally obsessed with Zack Snyder, who claim crazy bullshit like, man, if we just got the Batman vs. Superman Snyder director's cut, it would be amazing. It's a better movie. If we got the fucking Justice League supercut, it would be amazing. They're bad movies. They're bad movies. There's no amount of film that you could add to Justice League or Batman vs. Superman to make them good movies. You might enjoy the movies in whatever way you do, but they're not good. All right, maybe that's unfair of me. I'm not going to say that they're good or bad. I don't fucking enjoy them, and based on my lack of enjoyment of them, I'm telling you, there's nothing you could add. There's nothing that Zack Snyder would add that would make it any more enjoyable to me. Snyder is, in my opinion, he's a bit of a hack. The guy is visually, like, when it comes to setting a scene, to framing a shot, he's amazing at his job. He's, like, really, really incredible. Go watch 300 if you don't believe me. It's one of the most visually striking movies to come out in the last 20 fucking years. But when it comes to content, he's a child. He is a child who is wowed by comic book panels, and he doesn't really know where to go with any of them. And as a result, you got Batman vs. Superman, which was just a couple of stories stolen from the pages of The Dark Knight Rises, and ham-fistedly shoved together with no context to make any sense of it. And then he got Hans Zimmer to fart bare-assed on a hot tin roof for the soundtrack. He shoved a couple of characters in there that didn't belong at all. And, desperately tried to emulate the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, I hated that movie. I hated that movie as a fan of The Dark Knight Rises. Or, not Dark Knight Rises, sorry, Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns may be the only thing Frank Miller's ever written that I'm really a fan of. You like how I just seamlessly phased right over into talking shit about Frank Miller? Because I'll do that too if you want. Frank Miller ruined Daredevil. Discuss. Could be Christopher Nolan. Okay, Christopher Nolan does not make good comic book movies, but Christopher Nolan does make good movies, and his Batman was certainly unique. But Christopher Nolan's Batman is an artifact of a time when Hollywood was embarrassed to make movies about comic book characters. Like, you can still tell they're kind of embarrassed to be making a Batman movie in that movie. But for what he was working with, and as far as creating, like, I think of the Nolan Batman movies as, like, Elseworlds? DC multiverse kind of spin-off stories. That's kind of how I think of Nolan's Batman. For what it is, it's pretty excellent. I don't consider it a part of the larger Batman mythos in any way, shape, or form. Because it shouldn't be, because it's nonsense, because that has nothing to do with Bruce Wayne for the most part. I got opinions, you guys. Have you heard my opinions? Particularly when it comes to DC movies. Holy shit, have I got opinions. I'm not super happy with how these highlights are going down, but I'm hoping that a flesh wash is going to fix his arms up real nice. His big, beefy, fucking Hyper Gains arms. DC Universe is better done for TV than the movie screen. I would take that a step further, Coral, and say that the DC Universe is best rendered in animation. Makes good war movies? Yeah, he does. DC's TV shows are better than their movies. Not always, but most of the time. I like DC's TV shows. I like them a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen Doom Patrol, but I really enjoyed the first season of Doom Patrol. Like, also, it was Brendan Fraser's return to acting after a long time of being absent, which is a big deal for me, because I really like Brendan Fraser, and I think, you know, when everybody heard about what happened to him, everyone was kind of like, well, that's fucking bullshit, and we would like to rip apart the person that did this to you. But, of course, we can't have that. Whoa! So to switch subjects of discussion, is the resin you use for the resin printer reusable? Reusable? Oh, Coral, not that I know of. I don't know how you would. Once resin is cured, it never goes back into its previous form. Like, if you find the chemical process to take UV-cured resin and return it to a liquid form, please let the manufacturers of resin know, because that would be a scientific fucking miracle. So no, it is not reusable. To my knowledge. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about it. Maybe I'm... You know what? I was wrong about Hugo Weaving earlier today, so I should be careful about declaring things true or untrue. Because everything that I know is a lie. Wash that flesh. Oh, I'll get to that. Don't you wear Tremere? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Use a different kind of paint for the flesh wash. I do use a much, much thinner acrylic. The Oscars are utter trash, and you know... Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know who the fuck it is that's paying attention to the Oscars. Whoever they are, they're strange people. It's just been like a Hollywood circle jerk for like a really long time at this point. You know, it's always nice to see people recognized, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I watched Us last night from Jordan Peele. And I know some people came out of that movie like, what the fuck did I just watch? I read a lot of criticism of it, but I really enjoyed it. Well, maybe really enjoyed it is strong. I enjoyed it. I think I liked Get Out by Jordan Peele more than I liked Us. Us was very strange, and if you've seen it, you know. It goes really off the deep end at a certain point. But as far as social commentary goes, I thought it was pretty well on point. Is it all acrylic? Yes, Whimsy. I am using exclusively acrylic at this point. I will occasionally use some other stuff like oils, but for the most part, acrylic is my go-to, just so I don't have to worry about any chemical interactions or long drying times, or you can get some better effects, you know, out of using oils and enamels and yabbity-blabbity bloobity-hoobity, but acrylic does most of what I need my paints to do. And yet Suicide Squad still sucked, despite their superior costumes. I mean, if you can dress really cool and be an idiot, and you're still just an idiot in a cool costume, so... I mean, look at me. Pedophiles giving awards to other pedophiles. You're not necessarily wrong. Not necessarily wrong. Hollywood has been jammed up its own ass for a long time, though. I don't buy into the notion that all of Hollywood are literally pedophiles, but, periodically we find out that somebody was abusing somebody, and it certainly goes around, you know? It's always disappointing to hear about. But then you hear about people like Quentin Tarantino getting all these awards, and it's like everyone forgot the whole part where he tried to kill Uma Thurman, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. I don't really go in on big Hollywood award ceremonies. They're just awarding themselves, and whatever. I like movies, I don't like movies, you know? I don't really pay much attention to what they're awarding themselves. I just go and I see it and I like it or I don't. Yeah, I enjoyed it, Cat. Oh, thank you so much, Tremere. I appreciate that. Guess I should stop using finger paints from a 6mm infantry or coral if it's working, man. You go for it. Yeah, my costume's awesome. Hey, hey, OTR Wolf Dog knows what's up. So I'm starting with the flesh, by the way, just to explain my logic. I'm starting with the flesh on this model because it pays to start with the deepest points on a model and then work your way up most times. That way, when you move to outer points, you're not having to reach in past them and fucking up your own highlights. Hang on, let me adjust my angle just a wee little bit. Not a whole lot, just little bits. Little bits. Okay. Kite Man. Wait, is Kite Man making it into something? If I was in charge of uniting the DC and Marvel universes, Kite Man would die during... Oh. Fucking Kite Man. What I want to know is when are those stupid Spider-Man movies going to give me the bombastic Bagman? I've been waiting for that for years. I guess we'd have to get Fantastic Four that doesn't suck first. And that's obviously never going to happen, so... It might. You know, we've been saying it might since the 90s, and I am not going to hold my breath. I only say that all the Fantastic Four movies suck because they do. That's the only reason. I should have painted his eyes before this, but I didn't. Oh, Crossbones. I'm going to do your eyes later because the angle I have to paint at on stream is not at all conducive to doing eyes. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of highlight on your eyebrows, and then we're going to get to your face later. John Krasinski as Reed Richards, Emily Blunt as Sue, but would John Krasinski direct is the question. You not like the Surfer one? I did. Tremere, I didn't like any of them, honestly. Now, I'm not going to say that you're wrong to like them if you do, because, I mean, they're just superhero movies, and if you like them, you like them. But I was not a fan of Fart Cloud Galactus. Now, maybe I'm the ridiculous asshole for saying that I want Galactus to be a big purple dude with a stupid hat. Maybe I'm the idiot here. In fact, I almost certainly am, but that's unrelated to that request. Jesus, this guy's veins are huge. It looks like he's about to have an aneurysm.
You know, there's something about mech paint jobs that really just brings a tear to my eye.
Something about superhero paint jobs.
To my pants. This stream has a lot of the latter.
It's true, it does. Chaotic harmony with tight pants. It's a strange feature that we've got, but there is a surprising amount of it. I feel pretty good about these muscles for tabletop quality. I think I'm going to throw down a flesh wash and see how his arms came out. He's looking pretty burly and punchy. And then maybe some final highlights after that. Or maybe I'll draw some arm hairs on him. Yeah, because right now it looks like he has shaved arms, and that is a little bit weird, to be fair. This big burly tactician who's like, let me shave my arms, you guys. Yeah, so I get less wind resistance when I fight. I imagine that's what he sounds like. A hex tread, not all of them. I mean, the Surfer's nice to see, but it would have been nice to see the Surfer with a Galactus that wasn't fucking stupid as shit. Maybe I'm asking too much. Let me give this... I am using Army Painter Quick Shade Flesh Wash. And I'm putting in just a little bit of Liquitex Flow Aid. Both to aid the flow and to retard the drying process slightly. So that I've got a little bit more leeway. With how I lay it down. That's the end of that sentence, yeah. I'm trying not to let it pool any place too much. A couple of pools here and there in strategic spots can be okay, but what I hate is when I apply a wash or something and then I just don't look at what I was doing and I come back 10 minutes later and it's pooled in some spot I didn't want it. It's always important to check. That's one of the reasons I like to use Flow Aid. It slows down the drying process enough that I can sort of let it settle and then come back and fix it. Big beefy arms. Big beefy arms. This guy has beefy arms on the scale of like Trogdor the Burninator. Look at this shit. He's got like Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 6 arms. That's what he's got. He's got like tap X to punch boulder arms. Alright, I'm going to forcibly make myself say that this flesh is good. This is good for tabletop quality. I'm not going to work on it anymore. I want to, because that's just what I do when I'm painting models, but I can't. Got to move on to the rest of the figure. I'll do a little bit in the eyes. I got to come in here and repaint the eyes entirely anyway. I just want to shade him a bit right now so I can see him better.
Like central to the vast and desolate outlands. Nobody wants more of it.
I hate painting eyes. I'm going to try to do it, but I hate doing it.
And Rememory offers us exactly that. Retros. Remembered treasures.
Alright, what do you think? What do you think of just the flesh? Just the big burly arms. They look pretty good. Now, obviously, the wash needs to dry. Speaking of which, let me pull a little bit of the pooling out of this part of his arm, because it's real dark. Don't want quite so much of a shadow there. A little bit of a shadow is fine, but not as much as was gonna be there. There we go. There's your big beefy arms. Whoa, throwing fucking punches!
Remembered treasures of the forgotten past.
Forgot I got pulled pork. How could you possibly forget that? I want to go to Sonic. Oh, you guys with your food. Terry Crews as Ben Grimm. I admit I would watch that. Speaking of Sonic, has anybody here seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Pardon me for a second. I think I got something in my stupid eyeball again. Because nobody has told me anything bad about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that's actually seen it. In fact, I've had people tell me that they enjoyed it more than Detective Pikachu, which I'll just confess, I like Detective Pikachu. I had a fun time watching that movie. So I want to paint his pants. His pantaloons. I'm going to use some coal black on that. You and your eyeballs. Stupid eyeballs. Well, thank you very much. So this is why I need to restrain myself, because my idea of tabletop gets a little out of control sometimes. And take a base of some coal black, which, of course, the stream doesn't really officially start until I'm using coal black for something. I'm gonna lighten it up slightly and start using this to layer his pantaloons. Just a touch of ghost gray.
Everyone has had too much of now.
Puts the flesh wash on the skin or it gets the hose again.
To the vast and desolate outlands.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me so hard.
The people want. And memory offers us
2 racks of ribs, a whole set of chicken thighs, and 2 pork... God damn it, I can't come over right now, Hethrir. Stop it! You... Ugh. Keep your delicious meats to yourself until I can also eat them. Yeah, this is a good highlight color. I like this for the blue parts, the blue-black parts that I've got going. Let me give it just a touch of medium. Or ghost gray, yeah, pretty much ghost gray, coal black. That's how you know it's really me painting. If there's ever a stream where I don't use ghost gray and coal black, you should be like, who the fuck is this imposter? What are you doing? Almost 2 hours before the first mention. It happens sometimes. Well, don't pull out all the stops, pull out all the ribs. Enjoy the stream, man. Catch you later. Whimsy, thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate it.
I heard you liked battle mechs, so I put a battle mech in your battle mech, and now Thunderhead's 3D printer is broken.
God, I hope it isn't. Yeah, Whimsy, I'm gonna check out the pictures you posted towards the end of the stream on the stream review. I'm looking forward to that, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. For anyone who doesn't know, if you haven't been here the multiple times that I've said so, if you're working on anything today, if you've done something artistic lately you'd like to share, if you've just done anything lately you'd like to share, not counting like booger sculptures or oh I trapped my farts in a plastic sack, aren't I cool? Don't post that. But you know, if you've been working on something that you're proud of, or you took some pictures lately, or you know whatever, or if you're working on something during the stream, particularly if you're working on something during the stream, I'd love it if you popped over to the Discord and shared with us in the stream review channel. I started that feature kind of on a whim, and it's rapidly become, I don't know if it's one of your favorite features, but it's one of my favorite features. I always enjoy it. And now your gray pants become blue. I'm going kind of blue on this because I think I'm going to hit it with a black wash when I'm done. And that should even the tone out a bit. Don't want to go too crazy on it though. Again, tabletop. Tabletop, tabletop. Gotta remind myself I'm painting for tabletop quality. He always wants my meats. What's up, Carla? Get the heavy back. Buffalo wings for dinner. I always love buffalo wings. Carla, send me some. Just shove them into your CD drive, and they will appear in my office. No, don't do that. Thunderhead cannot be held responsible for you putting buffalo wings in your computer, even if he tells you to do it. Looks more like he's wearing jeans instead of leggings now. Yeah, it does a little bit pawn burn. Like I said, it's going to get a black wash, which is going to help with that. But I definitely want it to have a good amount of blue in the black because I want it to contrast with the much, much paler gray-black of his tactical gear. I might come to regret it, but if I do, I'll just come back in and do it in a paler color. I really want to differentiate between the under gear that he's wearing, his pants, his shirt, and his mask, and the tactical gear that he's wearing being his vest and his knee plates, and shin plates for that matter. Not complaining, looks good. Now you like the blue. Well, I mean, who says he's not wearing blue jeans? What's wrong with blue jeans? You could wear blue jeans and go out and beat the shit out of Captain America, right? In fact, that would be even more American. You could be like Captain America with your fucking spandex. I'm wearing blue jeans. I'm more American than you are. Fucking Steve Rogers. What an asshole. I do love Captain America. Like, I feel bad for even saying Steve Rogers, what an asshole. Like, immediately I feel guilty. I'm like, oh, Steve. Oh, Steve. Don't hate me. And I want to repeat this blue-black on his mask, for that matter. I'm trying to create sort of a unified color from top to bottom. I'm not going to let myself redo anything that many times, though. I'm going to force myself to stop. Because like I said, tabletop quality, I got to keep repeating it or I'm going to forget. I know how I do. And we should have some more interesting and colorful figures coming up from Marvel Crisis Protocol before long. I mean, I got Captain America, I've got the Hulk. I was thinking about doing the Hulk in one of his alternate colors, like Red Hulk. I don't know. Part of me thinks it could be fun to paint Red Hulk, and the other part of me then thinks, well, eventually Marvel Crisis Protocol is going to release Red Hulk as a character, and then I'm going to feel stupid. Denim is protective, better than spandex, you're not wrong. That's America's ass you're talking about. Chris Evans really does asshole character. Oh my god, I watched Knives Out, and yes, if anyone here has not seen Knives Out by Rian Johnson, I strongly recommend you check it out. It is a lot of fun. If you enjoy a sort of self-aware meta whodunit, it's really good. And it's probably good to give Rian Johnson another chance. He made a shitty Star Wars movie, but I mean, a lot of people have made shitty Star Wars movies lately, you guys. That's not unique to him. Let me get a good angle on his fucking head here.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead and glorb that paint on anywhere. It's not
I'm
like
being
it's
very
trying to
precise
get
right
inside
now.
the lines or anything.
I'll have you know. My precision is unmatched. I'd like to see fucking James Wappel equal this level of painting that I'm doing right now. I don't really, nobody tell him I said that. He's an amazing painter. Not that he would care. If you told James Wappel that Thunderhead was talking shit about him, you know what James Wappel would say? He'd say, "Who the fuck is Thunderhead?" And then he'd move on with his day. He'd say, "What the fuck is a Samaflange?" Do Grey Hulk. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do classic colors. Jesus. Lordy Lord. Prime the Mini, coal black on his hair, and you have Grey Hulk. You're not wrong. Nice and easy, and you know I like things easy. I'm all about painting smarter, not harder. What is Crossbones' character's, his real character name? What is the name of the man who puts on a mask and says, "I am Crossbones"? What is that guy? I don't know his character's name, I realize. I know the actor's name who plays him in the Marvel movies, but that obviously doesn't count.
There's something about Canopian
Brock
girls that give me that
Rumlow.
warm, fuzzy feeling.
Brock
Or maybe it's just
Rumlow.
my allergies.
Even his name, yeah, Red Hulk isn't Bruce, that's true. Even the name Brock Rumlow sounds like it chugs protein powder, doesn't it? I'm Brock Rumlow, and I've got a steady drip of fucking GNC. Alright. You know what, I'm gonna do those two spots that I missed there. I'm gonna let the Black Watch take care of that. I'm just gonna hit him with this. His name sounds like it hangs around Planet Fitness, making fun of people for not putting enough on their weight racks. Just his name, though, not him. It's a weird dynamic. Alright, what have I missed right down here? Missed a little bit. I think the blue's coming out pretty nice so far. That, and you know, in comic books, a lot of the time blue is used to substitute for black anyway. Which, I mean, makes sense. Because just putting black on a flat panel is not going to sell the depth that you need. That's why I painted my Darth Vader blue, too. Because I was thinking more like how he's illustrated in the comic books. Oh, I'm not done yet, Pawn Burn. You know what? I'm going to do just a little bit more highlighting on the head, and then I swear to God I'll move on. But thank you for keeping me within the bounds that I did ask you to set for me, because I just obsess, man. Beef McLarge huge. I turn away from a lot of music like this. I can't explain why I like this song right here. I have no real explanation. I just do. He does seem like the kind of guy who would have a name like Beef, or at least a nickname. Of course, his actual nickname is Crossbones, so he's like a beef that takes himself way too seriously. Kick his ass, Seabass! I'm gonna have to convince Jack to come hang out next week when I'm working on Marvel Crisis Protocol so I can ask him, be like, is this the level you're looking for? And he can go, yeah, stop painting. But you know, when I'm painting things for friends, I like to go a bit above and beyond. I go above and beyond for myself. I feel like it would be not necessarily hypocritical, but not really fair if I didn't go above and beyond for my friends, you know? Maybe not fair. Maybe it's just that the way I should phrase it is I like to do it. I like to give people a little bit more than what they're expecting. It feels good. Either that or I just, like, desperately seek praise and overcompensate and overachieve in order to achieve that praise. But that would require me to be an overachiever, which I'm definitely not. You should turn Pretzel on. Isn't it on? It does sound a bit like F-Zero music, doesn't it? Yes, Hethrir, I know. I'm sitting here talking about doing a favor for a friend, and Hethrir's like, I gave you a really expensive model months ago, and you haven't painted it yet. That's true. That's true. Ah, shit. Stop showing up in chat, but you can hit the button on the side. That's funny. I wonder why I did that. The requirement for running Pretzel is that you run their stupid little extension that will pop into chat and let people know that it is Pretzel and what it is you're listening to, but if their fucking side of it is broken, if their little chat bot doesn't do its job, that's not... I don't give a shit. That's not my responsibility. I've done my part, Pretzel. Now you do yours. I think it's just going to be a real watered-down soft black that I do over this blue. Nothing extreme. Now that the flesh has had a chance to settle a little bit, I actually feel pretty good about it. I haven't painted big beefy muscles in a long time, so I was a little worried, but... Came out nice. Hit right here because this is his shirt showing underneath. A little bit there. Just like Did you know that Reaper makes a coal black? Is it an actual coal black? Is it comparable to the coal black that you get from P3? Because just calling it coal black doesn't necessarily make it this amazing color that I love using. It just makes you an imposter. An impostore. It's a blue-black. I mean, I'd take a look at it. If Reaper does make one. Yeah, Cat's on the fucking job over here. Making sure I don't get unduly glorbed. Thank you, Cat. It's very thoughtful of you. Come on now. Let's go on just the way I want you to. Vocal contracts are not binding agreements, and are therefore invalid. You guys. Let me adjust my focus a little bit. I feel like I've been out of focus a little bit. Little wee bits. I mean, I definitely was right there, but that doesn't count. This seems more like it. Kitsune, this is so far from fucking Golden Demon. Like, I appreciate the hyperbole. I do. But yes, you're right. Tabletop standard, Oh, fine. This is the last highlights that I'm going to do on his head, okay? I swear. Jack is just going to be excited to see that I'm actually painting this shit for him. There we go there. A little bit more on his face. A little bit more. Not like a whole lot, but... You know, you want to hit some high points that you want to stand out, like his cheekbones. After all, he is Crossbones, right? A little bit down here on the chin, just to really sell the transition from the skull to the rest of the mask. And a teeny little bit on the back here where he's got some wrinkles in the fabric. Carry the same wrinkles over here. A little bit on his jaw. I think a touch more, just a touch more here. And maybe here. It's looking pretty decent. Let me do his hands, and then I think I'll come in with that thin black wash, and we'll see where this blue lands. Sometimes I like to come in after a wash for one final bit of highlighting, but sometimes I'm satisfied with it. Depends on if I've contrasted enough, which I almost certainly haven't, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's hard. It is tricky to remember to contrast as much as you really need to when painting miniatures, because it looks so much worse up close than it does at average viewing distance, and of course average viewing distance is what we're really painting for, or, you know, a lot of the time what we're really painting for. It's certainly what I'm trying to paint for. And average viewing distance is 3 to 5 feet. I'm over here at like 6 to 8 inches. Time's out, Thunder from... You're in timeout, mister. Oh look, it's El Pollo Loco from the What the Fuck Wrestling League. What's up, Playbalicious? Yeah, we're painting some luchadors. Hang on, let me get out my porcelain palette so I can mix up this wash. And using my usual Army Painter Quick Shade Dark Tone. I love this stuff, you guys, I really do. I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of Bane vs. Crossbones. Go, go, go! Ooh, shit. That's an interesting question. Bane and Crossbones they have that, like, that Marvel-DC relationship, like, you know, I don't want to say Deathstroke and Deadpool, because Deadpool was literally riffing on Deathstroke, but you know how there are lots of clone characters. Alright, some of my Liquitex Flow Aid into this black. Really want to thin this out because I don't want this to color the surface too much. It's just going to turn it all black if it does that. I just want it to flow real deep into the crevices and set there without pooling crazily. Carla, tabletop standard depends on, you know, the painter. It is in no way an indictment to say that my version of tabletop standard, I mean, it takes longer than other people's, but it's what you're comfortable with. And what you're capable of doing quickly. Because techniques, you know, they become faster as you practice them, and there's really nothing for it but to practice them. And I've practiced a lot of these techniques a fair amount. So, it's quicker for me than it is for some people. Even so, I linger. I linger too long a lot of the time. Artist Deadpool basically said he did a copy of his friend because he was jealous. Well, yeah, I mean, everything about Deadpool is clearly meant to be a satirical take on... I mean, for God's sake, Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson, like, come on. I'm not criticizing Deadpool, it's obvious that that was the intent, is all I'm saying. I believe that was actually stated at one point by the creator. I need a little bit, you know, that I actually thinned that too much. I want just a touch more of my dark tone. That's right. Papa Bear, I would not go to war with Kat. She'll fuck you up, man. Like, I say this out of complete concern for your safety. Crossbones is a thug who likes being a thug. Bane is a revolutionary leader as well as a drug cartel boss. Their motivations are different, Ponburn, but many of their power sets and attitudes are the same. Like, apparently Crossbones is one of the best small-scale tacticians in the Marvel Universe. That's a lot like Bane. Bane is one of the better planners. He uses his planning for, you know, yeah, revolutions and Santa Prisca bullshit. But it's the same idea. I mean, maybe I'm off on that. Frankly, I don't know that much about Crossbones. I know way more about Bane than I know about Crossbones. So I could be just completely mistaken. Don't hate me if I am. There are better reasons to hate me than that. But my luck, I'd get like a one super Crossbones fan in here who's like, fuck this guy. How dare you talk shit about fucking Brock Man Muscle. Chuck. Fucking Chad Bicep over here. How dare you talk shit about Chad Bicep? I think this blue-black is going to wind up looking pretty good. I'll make sure I get a little bit of it to flow into the crevice between the bicep and the sleeve, because having that little dark line there to contrast the flesh tone really helps at a distance for your eye to recognize the different parts of the model. Don't want it huge, but I want it there. I did, though. I did use the coal black on his undercarriage. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have much of an undercarriage, but I used coal black. I totally did. Was that a mold line, Carla? Yes, there are, in fact, mold lines. I didn't clean this guy up, like, at all. I didn't even assemble these. My buddy assembled these and brought them up to Colorado and left them with me, so... I told him I wasn't going to touch the assembly, and he was like, that's fine, I'm fine with mold lines, I just want tabletop quality. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do a crazy job on it, then. Because that's just me, you know? I'm a bit obsessive. There are definitely some mold lines, but you know, honestly, a lot of the time, I won't clean up mold lines anyway. I don't think mold lines are as big a deal as most people make of them. Yeah, if there's a mold line, like, across the top of the guy's head, remove it, you know? If there's a mold line across some really obvious piece on top of him, go after it. But if, like, a mold line under the arm, who gives a shit? Nobody's gonna see it. It's all about what you're painting for, and yeah, if you're painting for Crystal Sword or Golden Demon, then remove all the mold lines, spend the time. If you're gonna spend 12 hours painting a model, probably remove all the mold lines. If you're gonna play with a model on the tabletop, and the mold line isn't particularly egregious, just leave it. Just leave it.
Do you like
I need to get his
sexy
collar.
battlemechs, sexy streamers, and sexy Solaris cheerleaders? Well, Thunderhead Stream has some of those things, and more.
Do you like sexy Brock man-witches, sexy skull masks, and Captain America's tight ass? Thunderhead has some of those things, but only on Thursdays and only for the next few months. That is America's ass. If that's America's ass, then what is Brock Man-Witch's ass? I should have done the metalwork on his gauntlets before I did this blackwash, but that is fine. I'll just have to come back in a bit later and do it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it right over the white because I am going to be doing gunmetal, and it's going to like it better if I have a dark base. For his punchy gauntlets. I assume these are supposed to be, like, semi-mechanical fucking brass knuckles. Again, I don't really know much about the character. I know that that's what he had in the movie, so I assume that it was related to something that he's had in the comics. Same with painting. If you have to have the model at a weird-ass angle just to see it to paint it, no one's gonna see it, leave it. That's what I gotta make sure I specify. It's what I keep telling people whenever I see someone painting, like, the chest eagle on a Space Marine and keeping the bolter off of it to glue down afterwards. I'm like, dude, if you have to remove a part of the model to reach what you're trying to paint, what the hell are you doing? Like, who is ever going to see that? If it's completely covered up by the bolter, then exactly what person is it that's taking your model, putting it under a microscope and going, he didn't paint the chest eagle. They're knuckles for punching America's ass. There you go. These are known as America's Ass Fisters. Fisto. Yeah, Steiner Miniatures will know. I'll know. You know, that's something that I said a lot when I used to do that, too. People gave me the same advice that I'm giving right now, and I said, yeah, but I'll know. And you know, while I now have let that go, I understand the sentiment, and if that's how you feel, then keep doing it, you know? Keep doing it if that's what makes you happy. You should paint miniatures in a way that makes you happy, that makes you feel good about what you've done. Don't paint for other people, unless they're paying you, in which case paint for other people. I think that blue-black is coming out real nice. do you think? I like it. I think it's gonna, particularly once I start highlighting up this vest in grays, I think it's really gonna pay off. Ooh, did I leave a tide mark there? I hope I didn't. I might have a little bit. Just spread that around a bit. Because you can already see it contrasting with the black. And I didn't just want him to be black from head to toe. That was going to look silly. Well, not silly, but not great either. Alright, I think I'm going to do the leather straps and boots now. I'm going to keep myself 2 highlight colors. Just 2. Not going any further than that. I think I'm going to use Vallejo's wood color for the leather, because I really want to take him in kind of a worn leather yellowish direction and then come back and sort of red him up with a wash after I'm done. Still happy that Superman is one of the strongest heroes in all of comics, unless you have magic or kryptonite. 5 highlight colors. Kitsune, no. just no. Bad. Remember we talked about artists knowing when to say when? I don't know when to say when. I don't know when is. Which is which and when is when? That's my question. No, thing is, Kitsune, I kind of do want to. So, definitely no. Maybe that's too yellow. Like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I want it redder. I want something redder than that. 3 highlight, then a wash, then 2 more highlight colors. Yeah. It's not already done, Verg. Don't fucking toy with me like that. Need a leather highlight. That's too red, that's too yellow, but if I mix them together, if I put some rust brown into the wood, maybe what I'll come out with is something that I want to use. Could have just washed it and be done. That's where I started. It was basically just washed, and it was bullshit. It's real dark. That's real dark. I need to put in something. I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna put in a real light flesh tone and put in maiden flesh. I think that'll bring it up to the leathery color that I want it to be. Because it's real red. And it's just overpowering my flesh tone because of how red it is. Holy shit. This can work. This can work. I'm gonna do a tad bit more. I'm gonna mix in some medium, and I think I'll be there. I want to keep it warm. I want to keep it good and warm. Because right now it's real washed out. Give in to the dark side. I don't know. I don't know about this. I'm going to put some down. We're going to see how it looks. Yeah, that's closer to what I'm looking for. I can work with this. Because with a wash over top, it'll tone down somewhat. It's quite red, and that really is what I wanted, because I want it to contrast heavily with the blue of the under things. Without being too absurd. I looked at pictures of Crossbones too, and he does wear a lot of brown leather, so this conforms with his comic book colorations, depending on which artist was drawing him. Hey, Carla, thanks so much. The only gift I need is you being here. Makes my whole day. There. I'm really trying not to overdo it, you guys. I really am. I just do sometimes. And besides, I'm sure Jack wouldn't complain. But I'm not gonna linger on the leather parts too much. Carla Reynolds with the biddies, dropping some biddies on my head. Firing things up a little bit around here. Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate that. Keeping the paint flowing, as it were. The paint must flow. He who controls the paint controls the universe. There we go. If I just do it real light and I stick to the edges, it's quick and I think it's fairly effective. The wash I put on the boots earlier is not helping things all that much, but it is at least providing me with some guidelines of where I want to put my highlights. That's something. Even if it's not really helping with the color all that much. What? Hey! Thank you so much, Pawn Burn, with the biddies. Birthday biddies. Birthday titties for birthday biddies. Wait, no, we're not that kind of channel. Now, in retrospect, I wish that I had painted the edges of the boots at the same time I was doing the blue to indicate that they were meant to be rubber, but I didn't do that, so they're just going to be brown leather. And that's... Jack's just going to have to live with that. And I started to paint his holster brown, and then I looked down here, and if you look at these little dots, and right here where it connects, this is definitely meant to be like a formed Kydex holster. So I'm probably going to do it in the dark gray like the rest of the tactical gear. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a brown Kydex. Well, that's not true. There is brown Kydex, but it's not like a popular material compared to black Kydex. All right. Formed leather holster for barbecues. And FDE Kydex, so it could, okay, you know, maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's a thing. But I think for the sake of a miniature, black Kydex is probably going to look more easily identifiable at tabletop distance, you know? The straps can be brown leather, that's fine. You can put brown leather straps on a black Kydex holster.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead and pour that paint on anywhere. It's not like we're trying
So
to
I was thinking.
the lines or anything.
And now my head hurts. Oh God, it's like a headache with pictures. We call that an idea. Back in a little bit, dinner prep. Don't burn the chat down. Thanks so much, Kat. Thank you for being here. Thigh rigs are usually the hard plastic with the thumb safety. Yeah. Generally speaking. That's why I'm saying some black Kydex is going to make the most sense. I mean, these would be black straps more than likely, too, but the fact is that's fucking boring palette-wise. I really want this to be a little bit more... What? Major Poopy! Major Poopy is chasing the storm. That's your song from now on. Do you like your song? I hope you like your song, because I'm going to sing it every fucking time you do anything in chat, Major Poopy. Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks so much. I'm not. I'm never going to do that again. Well, thank you very much. Major Poopy, what you up to, man? You painting something? You working on something? What are you doing today? Out of curiosity, if you don't mind answering. I love finding out what people are doing while they watch the stream. This is my creative time for the day. I do more than this, but, you know, this is some of my most creative time for the day, and for a lot of other people it is too, simultaneously, and I really, if it is for you, I'd love to know what you're working on. Oh, Coral just turned into a fucking Murloc over here. Real talk, the Army Painter paints. What is the effect set? I have one of those here. The Army Painter effect set is their equivalent of the Citadel effects range, like their Blood for the Blood God and stuff like that. The only one I've got is, here we go, Army Painter War Paints Dry Rust. I like it. This is actually a really good color for, it's thicker, and it's really, really dense pigment, and it's really good for, like, sponging on rust effects, which obviously is what it's meant for. How's it going on? I'm with you. The holder should be black. I would just offset the black colors to identify the gun from the holder. Yeah, I think that what I'm going to do, if you see here what I've done, Major Poopy, is his tactical gear is in much more of a black, and then his undergear is in much more of a blue-black. It's still pretty black, but it's definitely bluer, so it contrasts a bit with the black, and I'll probably do the exact same thing with the gun, make this more of a blued steel look against the black of the holster. That's my theory, anyway. And if you're working on anything, Major Poopy, I'd love it if you pop over into the Discord and share it with us. We have a really, really cool channel called Stream Review, and towards the end of every stream, I pop in there, and we go over the pictures that people send me, and we talk about them a little bit, and we have a good time. And, I mean, everybody seems to enjoy it. But mostly it's for me, because I want to know what you've been working on. And if you felt like sharing something over there, I'd be happy to look at it. You know, or not. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to, but I will kick you out if you don't. No, I'm not. I won't do that. I'm kidding. And I figure his knife holster could also very logically be black plastic, but I wanted some brown leather up top. Just to break things up. And that's about the only place I'm going to get it, so. What am I missing? Got his belt, got his straps, got his thigh strapped decently. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, highlight those, and I'll be done with the brown leather, and I can move on to the black tactical gear. Currently painting the original Warhammer Battle of the Gates set. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see what you're working on, man. And working on some space wolves. Everybody loves some space puppies. You aren't giving his gun a mother-of-pearl grip, right? What's wrong with me? Learning how to customize bases from scratch, too. I'd love to see what you're working. Dude, I'm all about the custom work. I'm all about the custom work. I love when people put those personal touches on things. And basing is tricky. Basing is quite tricky. I don't know if you saw these bases that I did. These aren't my best bases, but they're a fairly quick crater effect that I did for these battle mechs for Rampart Company. But this was just a little bit of green stuff and then some grit. I think it worked out pretty decently. I gotta say, guys, at least looking at him in the camera, Kantos looks pretty good. He really came out nice. I think better than some of the other mechs I did for Rampart Company. Damn, I'm gonna get some pictures of these guys tonight. Actually, while I've got him in my hand, let me go ahead and do some black around the edge of his face. His gun needs to be gold-plated, because he's just that kind of an asshole, right? My hand is all shaky today. Maybe it's the fact that all I've had to eat was like a big fucking curry and all I've had to drink is like 4 cups of coffee. Nah, that can't be it. I need to thin that just slightly. Just slightly, so it's not going on in big globs. I would like the detail work on that last piece. Thank you very much. We did that one on stream. I was really pleased with how it came out. It was actually a color scheme suggested by one of our viewers, by Cyber Knight. Based on the powered GM from Mobile Suit Gundam. Yes, Hethrir, thank you. Thank you for that image. Coffee and curry, baby. That's how Thunderhead rolls. What, you thought all my storms were like a metaphor? I'm talking about farts, man. I mean, to be fair, I didn't exactly have a lot of cake supplies set aside when the stay-at-home orders went into place. It's... This is intentional glorbing, O'Coral. It's only a bad glorb when I don't mean it to happen. Still glorb. Doesn't matter, still glorbed. That's what we need, is a version of the fucking Lonely Island song, I just had sex, but make it I just glorbed paint. Alright. Now, I think after a little while I can go ahead and give him his final matte clear coat, and Kantos will be ready to join the rest of Rampart Company, and I should be able to get some pictures of the whole company tonight, and I think that'll be fun. I really like how his 2 medium lasers, large laser combo turned out. I think it looks pretty natural. I might have over-detailed the large laser a little bit, it's possible. I have not Ponburn, though that is intriguing to me. Dan Harmon... Like, the worst thing about so many properties that get popular is just the fan base, but the fact is Dan Harmon is a funny motherfucker, and a really cynical, downbeat guy, which I identify with. Okay, I want to do some gunmetal on... fucking... What's his name? Dirk Man Arms. His knuckles here. and then go through some metal colorations, and then wash it black. I like Harmon Quest. I do. Yeah, Rick and Morty would be awesome with fewer Rick and Morty fans. At the same time, we'd get less Rick and Morty, so that's a bit of a two-edged sword there. Tolerating Rick and Morty fans is the price that we pay for getting Rick and Morty, you know? But I mean, it's like Star Wars. The worst thing about Star Wars are the fans. You know? And for that matter, nobody hates Star Wars quite like Star Wars fans do. This is probably some of the first metallics that I've used on stream. Usually I'm doing a pseudo NMM effect. Not a good one, mind you, but, you know, a little bit of one. An attempt at one. But at larger scales, I do like using metallics. Take some pics and send them over Discord. I would love to see them. You'd like critiques? Hey, man, we've got a few channels for critiques, for feedback, for asking advice, and we have, honestly, astonishing number of talented painters in the Discord who are very, very active. I'm consistently surprised at how active the Discord actually is. But people are in there, and they talk a lot about painting, which makes me happy. You know, gives me a little thrill of accomplishment that I'm helping to bring painters together and bring more paint to more people. Paint the fucking world, I say.
You know, there's something about mech paint jobs that really just brings a tear to my eye.
There's
And
something about
sometimes a
Todd
tightness to my
Manwich
pants.
that
This
brings
stream has a lot of the latter.
an erection to my penis. Wait, hold on. That might have been a bit too direct. I forgot we were doing double entendre there. Alright, there's that. I guess I could do the gun in metallic. That would certainly differentiate it from... I mean, like, obviously the grip of a gun isn't generally going to be metallic, but... You know, whatever, it's a mini. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna paint it metallic, and if I don't like it, I'll redo it. It is gun metal, after all. It only seems appropriate. Always come back to penis commentary. Cat, when you leave, that's all we do. Todd Manarms and Natasha Romanov were an item. Oh, really? It seems like everybody was an item with Natasha Romanov if they were of a questionable enough morality at some point. Might end up doing these buckles back here in metallic, but I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Just double pen it. Oh no, Carla. Carla, I am shocked. Shocked! If I had pearls, I'd be clutching them. Where the fuck are you, Kitsune, that it's 2:30 in the AM? That is madness. What are you doing up? What's next here? Oh, I missed a little bit on the leather. I missed a little bit on the leather. Let me get that and then highlight the leather. You in like Australia or something? I might have given away how stupid I am about time zones. Like, say 2:30, I should be able to very quickly mentally roll time zones and go, oh, well, it's in this time zone, but I am an idiot, so I can't do that. In England? Oh, no shit. Well, hello from across the pond. One of my favorite paint streamers is an English guy. Studio J7. I watch him all the time. It's hard to match up the timing because we're very rarely awake at the same time, but I like watching him. And I think I'm going to go back to the initial flesh tone that I used to highlight the leather up, actually. Because I've still got it, and I might as well use it. Well, I might need to freshen it up just a touch. Nothing worse than being 2 steps from done and waiting on a wash, yeah. You know Studio, like, personally, or you mean you know Studio like you frequent the stream? Because if you know him personally, then I have a mission for you. Yeah, he is. I fully admit that I take a huge amount of inspiration from his painting stream. He is fantastic at what he does. Yeah, that makes sense. And of course, he's not in here, but if any of y'all are looking for good painting streamers, I do strongly recommend Studio J7. He's a good dude, he's a high-quality painter, he's always working on something interesting, he's super friendly, he's super helpful. He's answered, like, when I started streaming, which really was not long ago, guys, like, we're in month 3 here, but when I started, I hung out in his stream quite a bit, I still do. And I asked him a lot of questions, and he never hesitated to answer. He went out of his way to give me some advice on technical stuff that, frankly, he didn't have to, given the number of people that hang out in his chat. Like, he would have been totally within, not just his rights, but within the bounds of reasonability to just be like, Thunderhead, that's not really the appropriate sort of thing to talk about here, we got shit to do. But no, he laid a bunch of info on me. Let's see. Is that maybe not? No, that's a decent highlight color. I don't mind that. I think that with a wash will come out nicely. No, it's not contrasting enough. It's not contrasting enough. If I don't do enough contrast, I'm going to regret it because I will then want to do another round of highlights, and I'm not playing that stupid fucking game. I'm doing these highlights, I'm doing a wash, I'm moving on with my life. Crossbow Roof, good to see you, man. When did you pop in? Just now? Yeah, Kitsune, I'm real fucking new. Like, I didn't even watch streams on Twitch for a long time until a buddy of mine, Daylight Gamer, got me started watching. And then I kind of started to get, you know, a feel for things. I've had people tell me a number of times that I should do, like, a painting stream or something. But, you know, I never listened to them. I need to go even lighter than that. This isn't enough. It's not enough! I'll throw a tiny bit of youthful flesh into my mix here and see if I can come out with a highlight color that I like. Because if I don't contrast enough, I'm going to regret it. I gotta contrast and then I gotta wash, and the wash will fix it. Can't hang around long. Well, you know, hopefully you'll be able to catch the VOD, my man. And by catch it, I mean you totally will be able to, because it's going to be available for, you know, basically forever. Speaking of which, guys, I have started up a YouTube channel, which thus far, maybe I shouldn't tell you. Don't go look at it. There's actually not much there right now. All I've really done is caught up to uploading the actual videos I've recorded so far. But I plan to expand on it more once I learn how, so that content I create here is available outside of, you know, more than just Twitch. Yeah, this is looking more like the highlight I want. Well, thank you so much, Okoro. I really just, you make me blush. I appreciate you stopping in, Crossbow Roof. It's always good to see you, man. Now he makes all of us feel inadequate with his Willem Dafoe. With his floppy seagull, as it's called. That is what I'm looking for in the leather highlight. That is it right there. That is beautiful. I'm excited to paint with this color. Yeah, with a wash, this is going to look beautiful. Of course, I should clean my brush up a little bit before I lay into that, but, you know, can't win them all. I'm a fool! I always forget I have this tiny fan, like 4 to 6 inches tall, I stole from a duty desk in here. Yeah, man, use it. What are you doing? I mean, technically, it can still be rude if I laugh, oh Coral. The fact that I laugh at something rude doesn't actually make it not rude. It so happens that I don't mind the occasional fucking jab. I don't. But see, oh Coral, what you have to realize is it's not me that you have to worry about. It's Kat. I mean, you should see what she does to people who cross her. Actual footage, by the way, of Kat deploying her piston fist. I seen it. Did some assembly and a couple of metal mechs. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. Prefect and Onager. Huge scale difference. Huh. Piston for a fiston. I love that scene at Robot Jocks. It's a ridiculous scene. She cuts the dude's arm off and he responds by just going, "That's cool, one of my fists can do this." And he proceeds to nearly beat her to death with it. I really should do this part of the strap after I've done the buckles, but I've already started doing this, so I'm just going to lean into it. There we go. And other side of this leg. And the boot. And the toe. Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Having some trouble with my brush tip right now. I think I need to give it another boil. IWM has a problem with scale. IWM has had a problem with scale for a long fucking time. Using your money to get a light arch? What kind of light arch are you getting, Roland? Most of them are home built, though, aren't they? Like, that should be like a $30 investment. Definitely not trying to assemble and clean and prime 20 minis before the end of your stream for my own. And that's the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Steiner Miniatures has failed in his personal challenge. Better luck next time. See you Sunday. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to keep going. Khan! Oh my god, all you have to do is write that, and I, like, immediately, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I should watch Wrath of Khan. See how fucking suggestible I can be? It's not my fault that is one of the better damn space battle movies ever made. I do not believe this is Ricardo Montalban. This is a more traditional style of painting I'm doing here than what I usually do, and I gotta say, guys, it's a nice change of pace for me. I mean, you've seen how I usually do things, and I lean into a lot of glazing effects and stuff like that. I mean, I'm still doing that here. You've seen me do it, but this is more like a traditional paint job, and it's, like I said, I think I've already said it, but I'm gonna say it again, it's a nice change of pace. That's what I need right now, painting-wise, is a little bit of a change of pace. I have, like, just... You know, it's easy to get self-conscious as a painter. It's easy to get self-conscious as a streamer. I mean, think about it. I'm sitting here on fucking camera presenting all this to people, but I want to be honest with you guys, and I don't want to bullshit. I don't want to make up a bunch of reasons that I'm not painting battle mechs right now. I'll just straight tell you I'm a little burnt out on it. You've watched me do a bunch of them recently. So, you know, bear with me while I work on some other stuff and kind of build my momentum back up, and I'll be right back into it in no time. My first love is battle mechs, my first love is robots, and it's, you know, in years of painting, that's never really left me. So I don't think it's going to now. What do you use for the support for the light strip? Wait, who are you talking to, Berg? Are you asking, about the one that he's building? Yeah. Just scotch taped him to the arch! Hey, man, if that works. I've seen worse reasons to stop a stream. Hey, come on, Pond Burn. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. We get some good-natured joshing up in here. I like to keep things friendly. I like to keep things positive. I'd always like to keep things friendly and positive. I'm not gonna fault you for some good-natured joshing, just as long as you always know where to draw the line, you know? As long as you return to civility when the time is right. Which, for the most part, we have not had any problems with.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead and glorb that paint on anyway.
And then,
it's not
and
like
then
we're
Carla
trying to
comes
get
in with
inside
the abuse.
lines or anything.
I'm gonna start, you know what? Glorb is gonna become a fucking challenge phrase. Like, if somebody uses Glorb, they have to post a fucking picture of what they're painting right now so we can all laugh at it. Like, that's gonna be the price. You post a picture, and if it's not fucking amazing, then you get made fun of. Actually, no, as soon as I say that out loud, that seems like a terrible system. Let's not do that. That's just the pettiest, most revenge-based part of my mind speaking. Vengeance. I demand vengeance. I demand the blood of O'Coral. In a chalice made of his skull on my desk. Tip keeps fraying. I should probably call it good on the leather now. Nope, particularly if I'm... Okay, that would have been a good opportunity for a glorb, because that was a fucking glorb. Oh my god, I gotta fix that. Try to fix it anyway. Maybe I'll just have to lean into it. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lean into it. That's not going anywhere. Damn it! Fucking jinxed me. Too late. Posted. Alright. Boom. Roasted, as it were. Alright, there's that, there's that, there's that. I am gonna come over the leather with, I think, the same flesh wash that I just used for the skin. Honestly, it's a good color. It's a good color for leather. It's nice and red. And I've still got some of it on my wet palette, which makes it extra attractive. Not enough of it, I need to get some more, but still. Be back after some Clone Wars. I need to get caught up on the new Clone Wars stuff, particularly now that I'm painting fucking clones and battle droids. Flesh wash on a stalker? A flesh stalker? Who is it that's always suggesting the flesh tone stalker? We have multiple people suggesting that I paint things like flesh, but we've had at least one person say flesh stalker a few times, and I forgive me, I can't remember who it is. It's Roland, of course it is. Of course it is. Who else would it be? Bunch of reprobates. Penisland Warrior is always suggesting that I paint many things flesh-colored. But to be fair, I feel like for him that's on theme. He just wants my paint jobs to remind him more of his homeland. But you know, I get that. He's a stranger in a strange land. He's not used to the lack of dongs yet. And yeah, okay, this is probably above tabletop quality, but I like Jack, and I want him to have good-looking miniatures. When he goes and sets up for a pickup game at his fucking FLGS, I want him to set down his figures and other people to go, ooh, ah. Grow nipple pink. That's not a color like drow nipple pink is, but grow nipple pink is not, Iguana. Get that right out of here. Grow nipple pink win? That's a strange sentence if ever there was one. Autocorrect hit hard! Divide 2020 by 5 and you get 404. Oh, shit, Roland, you just figured this whole year out. That's what's wrong. We're getting the 404 hard. What should the wrap, the handle of his blade, his knife here, what color should that be? Not mother of pearl. Paracord could work. I could do it in like an OD green. Fucking 550 cord, yeah. Drow penis pink. Reaper's getting weird these days. They call this color hanging brain. Pretty good so far, though. Need to get his tactical gear, his gun, but I'm mostly down to details at this point, and I definitely want to highlight his mask up a little bit more on that white. But we're looking pretty good. I may be a cheap bitch and come in and dry brush the black on his vest. I may do that. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to try darkening his holster by just applying black wash a few times. Oh, that's already not working. Never mind. That's a shitty idea.
I'm not saying Thunderhead's trying to brush you off, but you're just base coat, man.
Just base coat, man. Just so base coat, brah. Yeah, I'm gonna do an OD. Gonna do an OD. 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 Anybody? No? The Office? Okay. I've got a nice, what is this? I've had this bottle forever and I haven't used it up. I'm gonna have to replace it pretty soon because I am actually starting to use it up now. But this is Vallejo Model Color Retractive Green. That's a great starting point for ODs. Should have done them in ACUs. Yeah, you think of that now, Roland. Shit. Give me a break. ACUs. Oh, I would never put... I wouldn't put a real person in ACUs. I'm not going to put this poor bastard in ACUs. Hit that with a touch of metallic. Just a touch of metallic. And wash it black, and then highlight it right quick. I could probably do, like, the butt of the knife in, like, brass, but I don't feel like pulling out another metallic color. I am going to cut corners someplace. It might as well be here. I really don't want to do the highlighting all over his vest. I may come in with a dry brush. I might. Would that look funny with all the hand highlighting I've done? It might. I don't know. I'm undecided. All the Velcro. Yeah. God, I hated those things. Yeah, nothing's as tactical like Velcro tearing in the dark. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a heavier dark wash with undiluted dark tone, because that is going to stain the gun holster better. Better. But before I do that, I'm going to come in with a little bit of silver so that I can just wash the gun, too. And when I say silver, I do mean silver. I'm doing model color silver. Pretty bright. Hit some other spots while I'm at it. Buckles. I'm gonna go ahead and put some paint down, brush. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Old enough to have the old school woodland camo, you were fucking lucky. Because, yeah. ACUs are garbage. I need to thin this a bit. It is awful thick, even for a metallic. I do need to. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Ooh, much too much. Now, ironically, I need more water in my wet palette because it's been sitting here drying out. Fucking Colorado. First it's too wet, and then my fucking corners start to curl, because there's just no Goldilocks zone with this thing. Extra thick. There were mold lines on the back of his hand, and I think some of the cleanup killed the detail on the back of his fist a bit, but, you know, whatever. What a place to put a mold line, really. Right across the detail on the back of somebody's hand. Painting these little guys on the Fistomatic 9000. I'll put some more scratches on it after the black wash sets on it too, because it'll give it some more contrast, but I think that'll look good. And then here. And then here. And what metal am I missing? I think that's most of it. I might want to do these buckles later, but I haven't painted the buckles at all, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. Now I want to black wash all of that. What did I do with my black wash? Oh, there it is. So hyped for you to see my stuff, but I might be asleep when you do, Kitsune. We probably have about another 15 minutes before I go to the stream review. That's my guesstimate, based on what I'm seeing for my runtime so far. I was taking a few pics. Should I just post them onto the page? Major Poopy, if you pop over into the Discord and find the channel titled Stream Review, that is the best place to put images if you would like them to be, well, you know, reviewed in the stream, which is what we're going to be doing. Yeah, that's right. I want to do an overall black wash over the Kydex holster as part of my attempt to shade it lazily, which I think will work as long as I'm using just black, not thinned. Yeah, it seems to work. Do the same here on this, so I don't have to... So I can do a minimum possible amount of work. Minimum effort. That's what I'm all about. That's what we're about on this stream, is putting in the minimum possible amount of effort to get the effect that you want. I say as I claim I'm painting to tabletop standards. And then I spend 4 hours working on one model. Though really, I think I get my most efficient painting done on the stream. Because if I'm not on the stream and I'm just painting, I fuck around so much. I barely get anything done. Whoa! MioMan97 with the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. How you doing, man? Good to have you. You working on anything? I love hearing about what people are working on. I mean, you don't have to tell me. You can just lurk if you want. We love our lurkers too. I mean, yeah, every now and then I get a little bit creeped out, you know, when I sense their eyes staring at me from the shadows. But It's also nice to know they're there. I'm actually pretty pleased with how Crossbones is coming out. He's getting close to the finishing point, and I like it. I feel good about the paint job, which is really the most important thing for me. If I can keep this pace up on other figures, I'll be doing pretty well. Well, other figures I won't have to, like, correct stupid shit that I did on, hopefully, so they might even go faster. Mr. Fisto, they call him. Brock Ass Fister. That's his real name. That was maybe a bit on the nose. That wasn't up to my usual comedy standards. That was just like me going, ha ha ha, penis. I mean, not that I don't do that too. Got him on there. Looking forward to seeing him, man. Looking good. I really like the Marvel minis. I just don't need more minis right now, man. I know the feeling. That's why I'm painting these for somebody else. He keeps trying to convince me to get into the game, and you know, it might work eventually. I might give in, but for the moment, I am resisting semi-successfully. And this puts the minis in my paint queue without me having to buy the box, which is a fucking win for me. Yeah, that is going to work on the Kydex holster. Look at that. That was just after the dark tone wash. I think a couple of quick highlights and it will actually look really good. Glorb, glorb, glorb. That's all we do here, man. We glorb and then we make happy little, you know, bullet holes. I'm going to do the same on these straps. Just wash them black. And after this, all that should really remain is highlighting the black tactical gear, which I gotta admit, I might do a quick light dry brush on and call it a day. I might do that. Don't tell Jack I did it. He'll never know. I don't know, maybe I'll try it and we'll see how it looks. Because if I dry brush and I don't like it, it's not hard to come in and fix that. We'll have to wait until this wash dries, but I can just try it a little bit later. But I mean, really... Oh, you know what? I know what I need to do. I need to take my thinner black wash and put it all over the base to shade this, what is meant to be concrete. I don't want to do anything too complex with the concrete. You can do a lot of stuff with concrete, use a lot of colors. I'm really just going monochrome on it. I mean, I might throw in a couple other colors over top just to, you know, mix it up a bit, but start with this black wash. I highlight message because I can. I like the way you think, Major Poopy. When were you promoted from Lieutenant Poopy? I think I missed that. Airwalker, thank you so much for saying so. This is Crossbones from the game Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is from Atomic Mass Games, I want to say? It's a fairly recent release. It's been out for a number of months at this point, but... Hey, Puppo. It's been pretty popular. From my understanding, it's a well-put-together game, which, you know, is fairly important as far as gameplay goes. That may have been the most redundant, dumbass thing I've said all night, and I've said some shit. Look at those big, burly fucking arms. They really are just, they're out of control. This dude eats cows, like, whole and live. I swear to God, he just chugs them down. Oh, I know where I missed putting a little bit of black wash. Let's fix that. These are plastic. They are actually, yeah, they are ex-privateer staff who runs this company, is my understanding. They are styrene plastic on sprues, and it's worth noting, there's some of the best designed styrene plastic models that I have seen in a long, long time. Like, they really... There's a lot of attention to detail. There is thought given to how am I going to assemble and paint this, which is something that sometimes you won't get out of creators. I think that Weird Models, for instance, is like they make amazing figures, but they also hate the people that put them together because they're some of the fiddliest, most hard to work with, most difficult to conceal the join line models on the damn market. It's crazy. But these ones are actually easy to assemble, and the mold lines are hidden remarkably well. In fact, I'll show you an example if you care to see it, Airwalker. Where is he? Let's take a look at the Incredible Hulk. Now, this is a multi-part styrene model, and it's all... I didn't assemble this. Bearing that in mind. This was assembled by a friend of mine fairly quickly. But, I mean, there's a join line right here, right where my thumbnail is, and it's not really concealed, but you can not even really see it all that much. Which, considering how organic the surface is incredible to me. We have the muscle, the arm joins right here, where this muscle comes up, and it actually conceals really nicely. The same for over here. There's a line going right down the shorts here, but it's fairly well concealed. This would be an easy model to fuck up, but it actually came out really nice as far as the build goes. The sculpts are all very high quality, too. I really like them. Fiddly, try Robotech RPG Tactics Minis. I would try Robotech RPG Tactics Minis if they existed. I joke. They clearly exist, but that Kickstarter did go tits up pretty fast. Alright, what am I missing? I want to do some green on his knife handle. I want to do some green. And I want it to be pale, because I'm doing paracord, so I'm going to mix a little bit of ghost gray into my retractive green, and I think that's going to give me what I want. Pale, but still cool. Cool green. Oh yeah, that's nice. I need to thin it slightly. I'm glad you did, because a lot of people got fucked over on that Kickstarter crossbow. A lot of people got fucked over on that. I can only speak from the outside based on what I've heard from other people, because I was not a part of it, but it is my understanding that it was a bit of a nightmare. Gwynny. Gwynny. Papachungus. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Gwynny, go to your pillow. Go to your pillow. Be good, or you won't get to hang out. Down. Yeah, you know. Next to the scary airbrush compressor. Oh, she doesn't like it. Alright, let's see if I can do this without fucking it up. It's not half bad. Can you tell that that is meant to be like a paracord wrap knife handle? I'm gonna just do a light dry brush on this armor. I really think that's gonna be enough. I don't want to go crazy on it, and I don't want to highlight it by hand. I really just, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You guys were waiting for the moment you could see me compromise my values. Well, this is it, baby. I'm gonna throw in some Dawnstone. It's a slightly brownish gray. Ever so slightly. And when I say slight, I mean very slight. There's not much brown in it. I think it will help differentiate it from the very, very cool blue-gray that we have on the rest of the figure, though. I need to use a smaller brush. Obviously, I need to use a smaller brush. I should have recognized that before I started. Ended up with an extra starter that you want to unload. Interesting. I haven't looked at the starter. I mean, obviously, because by the time I heard about it, everything was going crazy, but I'll take a look at it. Zombicide. Yeah, it's a good game. I've played Zombicide and had some good fun at it. Admittedly, I played Zombicide with one of those players who's like, I know the game inside and out, and we have to do things this way, do things in this order, and he like knew where all the cards were, and knew where all the best upgrades were and shit like that, and that was not particularly fun. But I recognize that that was due to the particular game and not to the overall game. This gray is not light enough. I need something lighter. And I think I know where to get it. I think I know. A little bit of Dawnstone, a little bit of Ghost Gray makes everything with Ghost Gray. It can't possibly go wrong. The first thing you won't highlight. Yeah, you found it, Berg. You were there when Thunderhead was like, you know what? Fuck it. And stopped even caring. Tell your kids. I just feel like the design of the tactical vest lends itself better to a quick dry brush than like edge highlighting or hand highlighting. You can see how textured it is. And it's okay if the details on the vest all blend into one another a little bit. As long as it's differentiated reasonably from the rest of the black stuff on the model. Fish Sandwich Uno, chasing the storm, joining the storm chasers as it were. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having a good time. What are you up to, Fish Sandwich? I mean, you don't have to answer. I ask you people questions. What do you mean, you people? I ask you people questions, and you don't have to answer. If you just want to lurk, you know, that's all you want to do is hang out and chat and fucking listen or watch or what have you. That's what you should do. You know, I'm never gonna push you past that point of interaction because I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad that you're having a good time. But if you feel like chatting, I always love to know what you're up to. What do you mean? What do you mean, you people? Thanks for the biddy. Always appreciated. Because there's so many details on this vest, like if I wanted to, I could paint these magazines, and I could do... He's got, I think, another magazine back here. Like, I could. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I'm comfortable with it just being a general gray vest. So what do you think? I still need to do his eyes, but I'm not going to do those on stream because I've really got to jam this whole thing damn near up my nose to get to the point where I'm going to be able to do that. But... the rest of him, what do you think? Would you play with this miniature? Would you say, yeah, man, that's fucking Crossbones. Look at him. I'd do the white skull on his mask a little bit more, too. That's kind of what I was thinking, too. Is it will, the rest of the detail, the more hand-done detail, will pop out this way. And I really just want the vest to, because it's just a tactical vest, you know? It should kind of blend into the rest of it. I want it to be more of a suggested color than anything else, really. Just a big, broad contrast with the blue-gray on the rest of them. That, and, you know, I'm fucking tired and lazy, so... you take your pick of excuses, they're all good. 3D printer question for you. Any suggestions for getting a Bowden tube to stay in the coupler on the extruder? Crossbow roof, welcome to my fucking nightmare, man. Because that's tricky. It depends on which of the Bowden couplers you're talking about. If it's popping out of the Bowden coupler entirely, you're going to want to get a different Bowden coupler. I know that the ones that come with like the Ender 3 can be pretty cheap. If you're talking about the Bowden coupler on the extruder, you're just going to want to replace it. If you're talking about the Bowden coupler on the hot end, I suggest you look into PTFE capture fittings on Thingiverse, because I've had wonderful luck with putting a little piece of... Oh my god! Ooh. Fucking earthquake over here. You take a little piece of Bowden tube, of PTFE tube, and you put it down into the hot end, and then you put a plastic capture nut on top of that, and then you put the Bowden coupler on top of that, and then you run more Bowden tube down and it butts up against it. And what this does is it prevents the Bowden tube inside from ever loosening, or from pulling up and down. And if you're having trouble with, like, under extrusion as a result of the Bowden coupler, that could solve your problem. Would you play with this? I'd play with this. Oh, shut up, Heifer. Major Poopy, don't you worry, man. We're a fucking welcoming bunch. And honestly, truly, taking pictures of miniatures is almost as hard, if not harder, than painting the miniatures in the first place. It really is. Miniature photography is fucking difficult. You can have some of the best painted miniatures in the damn world and struggle to get that to show up in a picture. You know what I'm going to do before I put the cap on this? I'm going to take some of my washes that I have left, some of my brown, and I'm going to put it on the base, because I think that is going to make things pop a bit more. Some of this flesh wash. Because, you know, it's concrete. It's going to be dirty. It's going to have grime in it and shit. Down here in the gutters where water would probably gather, you know? Just to make this concrete base look a little bit more interesting, without going too crazy on anything. If anything, I need more water in that, I think. Because, you know, you find me a piece of city concrete that's monochrome, really. It's going to have grime and grunge, and I could probably afford to put a little bit of green in here or something. I'm just going to keep it simple. It's almost too stark. A little bit of water just to blend that. I don't want any hard edges between the colors. I want everything to be blended. There we go. Some grimy looking concrete, right? There's your fucking Crossbones. Throwing punches like you wouldn't even believe. Brock Man-Meat. Chad Bicep. Look at this fucking guy. Look at the bicep. Look at that. But that is as big or bigger than his actual head. This is not a human being. This is some kind of fucking mutant. I will make you. I don't know how. I don't know when. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday, and soon. Extruder. 3 new ones coming in from the manufacturer, but they got held up in China thanks to the plague. Yeah, that sucks. If you got a bad Bowden coupler, it's hard to work around that, admittedly. Make sure that you're seating your Bowden tube as far into it as you possibly can. I like that. That's my hand motion. Right there. You know, give him one of those. Make sure you're seating. Dry pigments. Airwalker, I might do that. I might come in with... I've got a bunch of weathering pigments. It'll have to wait for this initial bit to dry, but that's a good idea. Take a little bit of alcohol and some dry pigments and just stipple them around. I think that'll improve it. I've got to come back in and do his eyes and his face a little bit later anyway. So, yeah, that'll work. He almost looks better on camera than he does in front of my face. I might do a liner around his glove, too, on his right hand. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try a wrap of painter's tape to give more friction. That could work. That could work, as long as it grips, you know? We are going to skip this stupid-ass song because I hate it. It's just boobily booping at me, which is obscene. On to some Occam's laser. Let's go over to the stream review, shall we? Boom! I set it up so that you don't get the fucking infinity mirror this time. You like that? So we're at the top, and we have Cyber Knight working on more parts for his tyrant legs. I swear, man, the work you do. I don't know if Cyber Knight's here right now, but honestly, the work that he does is fucking incredible. The modularity in these is over the top. I would almost say that Cyber Knight is in love with customization and modular parts to a fault. Like, if I had to pick out something, if you say something bad about Cyber Knight, I would say that he is a little too in love with modular customization. A little bit too much. But, I mean, you know, that's the kind of problem you'd rather have than have it not be enough, right? But, I mean, look at all the poses you can get out of it. It's crazy. And he's got at least one foot with each set that's sort of curled up with its toes going down, so you can do walking poses. Kursala, working on some more Orion parts. He's been redoing the medium laser arms. That's so much better. Already, like, I'm sure you're going to do more, but this is so much better than the simple cylinder that you had before. It's crazy. It's crazy. I like this. I'm looking forward to where this is going. Oh, Coral. Just proving that he's not completely full of shit. Alright, fine. It's like a fleshy lavender, and it's upsetting. Drow nipple pink. And Reaper paints sure are descriptive. In the Kitsune. Sure, the Hulk, I know that guy. Zemnu from the Magic Planet show, right? Look, I'm from Jersey, and Zemnu's our hero. One time I actually saw him, in Biggin. I saw him in Biggin. It's fucking silly. Vergata rung. Ooh, what am I looking at? It's like a casserole. We got meat and corn. I think you told me earlier, didn't you? You mentioned what this is. Oh! Wait. Is this Bart? And Milhouse? And oh my god, it is! Whoa, that's... Alright, that's upsetting. Oh, we got a shepherd's pie going? So this is mash on top, huh? Oh, that's a big old shepherd's pie. Beefcake. I like the look of it. Damn, you're making me hungry, man. I'm gonna have to start outlawing food in the stream review because I get too fucking hungry. Whimsy. Holy shit, I think Whimsy left, which is too bad, because I would love to shower praise upon them right now. This is beautiful. Man, I can't, like... I know it's a funny sort of thing where artists look at each other's work, and it tends to turn into this, I could never do that. No, I could never do what you do. No, I could never do what you do. And, I mean, there's some truth to that, because we all specialize in the things that we like to do, but this is incredible. This is really good. And this is the sort of art where I look at it and I go, nope, my brain doesn't do this. This is gorgeous. It's like a glitter glue mandala. Wow. I am humbled. All I'm doing is painting fucking Brock Manwich over here. Oh, you're painting Deadman. I love Deadman. I think Deadman's such a cool fucking character. They did a good job on him in Justice League Dark too. And we got some Zatanna. Oh, we're doing the Night Models DC stuff. Night Models makes good figures, man. Like, I don't like metal models for the most part, but I cannot fault the quality of their sculpts. And we got Constantine. It looks like we're doing all of Justice League Dark, huh? Alright, alright. I like how he's smoking. I need to do a Constantine at some point. I love John Constantine. And some Swamp Thing. Yeah, we're definitely doing Justice League Dark if we got Constantine, Swamp Thing, Zatanna, and Deadman. That's a good-looking figure. Wash coal black over gray. Huh. That is very close to what I use. This is the Reaper coal black, right? Night Models hasn't been metal for years? Has it really been years? The last figures I got from Night Models are very much metal models. Of course, the last models that I got from Night Models were like the Black Flash that came with the Flash Arrow book, so... Ah, shit, it has been years, hasn't it? Fucking damn it, guys, I hate getting older. It's ridiculous. Oh, Roland continuing to work. I know I say it every time, man. I really dig the yellow that you do. Look at that boxy son of a bitch. Then we got a Cataphract. Nice. I always like the Cataphract. Not just the story, but the look of them. What do we got here? Is that a... That's a Cyclops. That's the NWO Cyclops. The shoulders always throw me on the NWO Cyclops. He looks like a fucking linebacker. But you can't mistake that eye lens. I like the arrangement of colors on this one, doing it just on the one side. I think that's a nice break from the sort of symmetry that you've been doing lately, man. Here we have the light arch that Steiner's been using. That's an impressive... Ooh, a double light arch. I've been considering doing something like this lately. Getting the two arches so that I eliminate all the shadows. I don't know exactly how I want to do it yet, but it's on my list of projects, which never seems to shrink. Glorb challenge just for you. Just glorbed it right on there, huh? That's a nice green, though. That's really effective. And it left some nice highlights once it washed it in. That's good work, Carla. Finishing up my war crime lance, just need some dry brushing on the bases. The damn city fighter's gonna roll in with some flamethrowers and machine guns. Fucking Flea, Vulcan, Firestarter. That's a good color combo, though, man. I feel like this color combo is... There's like a Merrick company that uses it. Not a company, but a Merrick force that uses it, and there's at least one Lao house that uses it. Major Poopy, work so far, critique, keep in mind, just starting out from 14 years ago, do-do-do-do. That's no problem. You're just starting out from 14 years ago. You're saying that you stopped painting for 14 years and you picked it up and you painted this, and you feel self-conscious about it? Come on. This looks good, man. Like, I mean, the color choices are fucking insane, but I assume that you're going for like an Emperor's Children thing, so that's okay. It's a good-looking spider, too. Oh, the Space Wolf looks nice. I like this more blue than the kind of pale gray that they turned into. This orc skin is really effective, too. I like the red on this fist. Look at that. That looks nice. That looks really good. This fucking ridiculous-ass pink. Well, put them over in, like, work in progress if you want to get some actual critique. Like, if you want people to really kind of dig into it. But these look really good. Like, honestly, I would be pleased with these. I love that. The Frost Axe. That's pretty cool. Calling that tabletop standard, and that finishes a lot of my Comstar for a while. Hey, man, that looks pretty good. I like this red that you went with for the cockpit glass. It looks particularly good on the Atlas with the dark head. Mephiston red, yeah, you even got the Irby. It's so hard to get the cockpit glass in the Irbies. It barely exists. These look good, man. Comguard should be pleased. Blake will be proud. Vergaderung is working on some of his self-designed trucks. We got fire trucks. We got a taco truck. Oh, man, that taco truck makes me want tacos. Did a good job painting the taco meat, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, but, you know, there it is. That's the world that we live in today. Guys, it's 2020. A lot of things are happening that we thought would never happen. The world's gone crazy, and I'm complimenting the Vergaderung painted some taco meat. That's where it is. That's what's happening. Let's just move forward. Carla with another mech. I like that green. It really does work well. And, of course, green and gold. You're never going to go wrong with that. That's looking really good, Carla. Kursala with a bowl of nom 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 nom. I really do have to... Is these like yellow peppers you got in here? Either grilled or otherwise fried up. Oh, fuck. Shit, I've got to eat something. I have to eat something, you guys. This is getting out of control. And the last photo we have today, 3D Kit Bash Legacy Paint. Why do I recognize this mini? Have you posted this on Facebook, Papa Bear? Roasted sweet potatoes. Oh, that's even better. I feel like I've seen this on Facebook. I like that Comstar base. That looks really nice. And how you got them stomping on those two pieces there. I swear to God I've seen this on Facebook, but I can't put... Just posted it here? Yeah. Okay, well somebody else is working on something similar, and I'm mixing the two up. Been working on it 3D modeling. Okay, okay. That's it. That must be... You know, I just... Between the Discord and Facebook... and then Instagram and fucking everything these days, I just get so scattered with where I've seen what. And then you mix in something fucking stupid like, what's the other one called? The one with all the pictures. Like Pinterest. And it's like, you know, nobody knows where the hell anything came from anymore. Well, this is really nice. Guys, I love that you use this channel. It's so... God, that really is ridiculous. And this is Lisa back here. No oh my god. What has happened to the world? I want some of that shepherd's pie. Fucking put some of that in a bowl and throw... So yeah, with MySpace mixed in. Put that shit in a bowl, throw some saran wrap over it, put it in a box, spray it with some hand sanitizer to get the Rona off, ship it to me. That's gonna be my dinner, man. Boom! Oh, winding down. Oh. Oh. Guys, this has been good. This has been a good stream. We've had a lot of activity, had a lot of people. Let me see if I can find somebody who's doing some painting. Let me look. Let me see who's on, who's doing what. Well, there's nobody on right now that I would normally, but there's Hyperphase Studios. I haven't watched Hyperphase Studios much. Chaotic is on? It's not showing Chaotic. What the hell? Let me see. If Chaotic's on, you guys are going to Chaotic, because Chaotic is the fucking Battletech man of all time. I don't know why it's not showing it in my list here. I'll enter it manually. Oh yeah, he's on and he's painting. Woof, I would have felt like an asshole if we hadn't rated it Chaotic. Here we go. Guys, it has been a fucking blast. I've had a good time tonight. I'm glad that everybody came out. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the advice on the model. Go tell Chaotic hi for me. I'm going to go eat something, and I'm going to get ready for Sunday. We should have some cool things for you on Sunday. I'll be sure to post up what I'm going to be working on well ahead of time.
I suppose you could just go ahead
I will.
and glorb that paint on anywhere.
I will glorb
to get inside the lines
like a
or
damn
anything.
fool, just every damn place. Glorbing is what I do. Forgot wrong. Happy birthday. Thank you for coming out to the stream and hanging out with me on this, your day. I've got to eat something, you guys. I've got to eat something. I got to drink something. Madness. Thank you again I'm just going to thank you for like the next half hour over and over again. No, but really, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you to Cat Ion for moderating and keeping things cool. Guys, I'll see you Sunday. We'll have some cool stuff for you. We'll have some good stuff. I'm going to get some pictures of Rampart Company tonight, too. I'm going to put them up on the Discord. That's going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to how they're going to look together. Have a great night, and as always, keep on painting. I'll see you Sunday. Did that work? Did it raid? It's not saying that it did. The hell? Is my stream still going? Are you guys still here? This is fucking crazy. Let's try that one more time. It's just not doing it. Hang on, let me reload my dashboard real quick and see if that helps things. There we go. Okay. Boom. Let's try this one more time. I think it rated some of you, and just not all of you. So I'm going to do it one more time, and boom. All right, now keep on painting. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for everybody to come out. For everybody to come out. That was my good English for today. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go eat something.